This is Sports Center All Night.
It's Greeny Friday. The NBA playoffs are around the corner, and the no-hitters are coming fast and furious. What does it all mean? Chris Mad Dog Russo will sort it out for us live. It's Friday with Greeny, starting 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN+.
We're back on Friday, getting you ready for the NBA playoffs, and get the state of the league from Commissioner Adam Silver at 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin, Friday. Goodyear knows the importance of keeping momentum as you head down the stretch. Momentum starts with movement. It's pulled from the air like a contested rebound. Momentum builds with steals and fast breaks, and is proven by deep threes as the shot clock expires. Momentum is how we change the game, and now it's time to discover where it can take us. Goodyear, more driven. It's time for some straight talk. Sure, saving money feels good, but cutting your wireless bill in half, that feels really good. Like walk-off home run in the ninth inning kind of good. Okay, maybe not that good, but pretty darn good. With Straight Talk, you can get 25 gigs of high-speed data for $45 a month, up to 50% less than the other guys. Plus, no contract. All on America's best networks. Why pay a whole lot when you can pay half? Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
It's PGA Championship week, and PropSwap is bursting with bets on all your favorite golfers. PropSwappers just cashed in huge on the Masters, and now is another opportunity. Golf is the perfect sport to profit with PropSwap. Buy a golfer today and sell it for a profit this weekend. Then you can rest easy on Sunday knowing you're already a winner. Buy a bet today on PropSwap and flip it tomorrow, all from your comfy chair. PropSwap is the #1 site for America to buy and sell sports bets.
Let me be straight with you. This is a radio commercial for 3 small business insurance. The policy has no fine print. It's clear what's covered. So while you can't see the following scene, just know that this pet store is protected by 3.
Joe, did you leave the snake tank open?
Look, I don't want to point fingers, but yes.
It's biting me! Sorry, sir! I'm calling my lawyer.
They're going to need some help with this mess. Luckily, they have 3. No fine print, just exceptional coverage. 3 is a product of Berkshire Hathaway Direct Insurance Company. 3, no nonsense, just common sense.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gordon Christensen, and if you're a dentist as I am, or you know a dentist, please take a moment to listen. When I became a dentist, I learned how quickly poor oral health can lead to other serious health problems. And for people without access to care, these problems can spiral very quickly. I wanted to help, but I wasn't sure how I could until I joined Dental Lifeline Network. It's a nonprofit that has helped us literally change the lives of people in our communities. DLN asked dentists to volunteer to see just one of the many patients in need in your area. It's very simple. DLN screens those in need and coordinates an initial appointment that takes place in the comfort of the dentist's own office and on their schedule. Right now, there's a wait list for patients in need in your community. I'm asking fellow dentists who will join me in seeing one patient per year.
Learn more about Dental Lifeline Network at willyouseeone.org. That's willyouseeone.org.
Hey, it's Mike Missinelli here for Landis Block and Concrete. There is nothing like having a beautiful backyard. Think of many things you can do with it. You can sit outside on a nice little patio, have a nice glass of wine, have a few friends over to cook on your Landis Block outdoor kitchen. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with Landis Block. They're the resource center for all outdoor living. All you need is imagination, space, and a budget. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com for Landis Block, jaw-dropping outdoor paradises.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job postings should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC. WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
Did someone say party? The 100th edition of the John Kincade Show kicks off on 97.5 The Fanatic with Bob and Jamie and Pat and the coach and Mike directing on Twitch.tv and YouTube, and Connor answering your phone calls. I just saw Connor as he's just walking by there. And Bradford White Water Heaters takes care of business for you. Bradford White is here for the pro. How's that Bradford White water heater going for you? Installed and beautiful, Jamie?
Yeah. Excuse me. Frog in my throat. It was nice to take a hot shower again this morning.
Took a nice hot shower.
My routine
you
is
don't
back.
stink today.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
The room. I mean, yesterday Ricky called it out, by the way.
You said Jamie smelled?
I had two emailers say, is it Jamie that... Because remember when Ricky came in and said all the food smelled? Like he said, there's a smell in this room from all that food these guys are bringing in. That I had two emailers say, you sure it wasn't Jamie without the...
Well, I can't rule it out, but I was showering.
Now you had a nice one.
Yeah.
Now you had a
smell
nice
delightful.
one.
Thanks,
you smell delightful. Is that Swagger this morning? From
it is Old Spice. Yeah.
Swagger?
Yeah, I think so.
The red one?
Yeah.
Oh, Swagger's the best.
Yeah.
The best,
I'm an
Jerry.
Old Spice man.
The best, Jerry, the best. We have Egan playing a little hurt. He had his second shot yesterday, so now we have everybody on the show, I believe, except Mikey, I think, or maybe Mikey's getting that done too. So we're getting it all done here. We're getting all together, and we appreciate you being a part of the show. So where do we begin today? We begin with a journey to 16 wins, and it all begins on Sunday. And it seems as if it's taken a really long time to get here. We've done 100 of these, and looking back at it, it has been a glorious run to the top seed. And I was trying to find the bumps in the road yesterday. Where was it that we potentially had some doubts? This team was so efficient. Except for those 3 West Coast losses on that one trip, this team was a really well-oiled machine. There were some high moments, but more consistency of performance. And we'll have Doc Rivers joining us later on in the show, 9 a.m. Make sure you're here for it. Now, a lot of credit for that goes to Doc. I think a lot of the credit goes to an MVP candidate in Joel Embiid and a Defensive Player of the Year candidate in Ben Simmons. So many individual success stories have come together. But the one overriding thing for me is this, is that, like our friends at Window Nation say, there are big windows available for you. And this team's window is just opening. Today, we open the window. This is the window of opportunity to win championships for the Sixers organization. It wasn't legit last year. With a banged-up Ben Simmons, it wasn't legit. We are opening the championship window now as we enter into the 2021 playoffs. I'm looking at the roster. I'm looking at the salary cap. I'm thinking about how things go and the contracts. I see a window opportunity in 22, 23, 24, and even 25. This is a beginning of what could be a golden era of Sixers basketball. But can you get 16 this year? Buckle up. It is going to be an amazing ride, and we hope you never turn away from the flagship station, The Fanatic, all throughout the postseason. You hang out with all our shows during the day. You're streaming us at night. You are constantly listening into the radio station. Bob, I mean, I tried to find, okay, what were the bumps in the road? That one West Coast trip when they lost the 3.
Yeah.
There was a Saturday afternoon in Phoenix that really left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Other than that, there were very few times where I was like, boy, this team, man, they really.
Yeah, I think the one maybe concern among fans is how did they play against really good teams? And like you said, that West Coast trip was there. But they played really well against Utah. They played at home really well against most good teams. Look, they're one of the best teams in the league. We can have our drawbacks of what this and that is, Ben Simmons and whatever. I can confidently say that they're one of the top 4 teams in the NBA.
Absolutely.
I really believe that. So what happens next? You have Washington. You're going to have the winner of Atlanta, New York. I really think that those 2 series are looking into yourselves to get ready to play, again, one of those best teams in the league. Washington's not a good team, and we'll get into this more later, but they're just not. So you have to look at yourselves and how you're playing more so than you're looking at the opponent. Maybe the same thing next with Atlanta or New York. So, yeah, this is ramp-up time. This series, next series, it's time for you to get yourselves ready to play the better teams in the NBA.
16. I mean, and
That's it.
Jamie, and you talked about the bright future. You've been discussing it as far as that window. I look at this as an opening of 4 or 5 springs where we can hopefully be having this conversation. Let's open up that window. Here's another chance to go get a championship. This one still seems a bit early to me, though. A bit early. I think they can do it.
Yeah. Look, if they were to win an NBA title, I would say they're ahead of schedule.
I would too.
And, that would be awesome. You always love to be ahead of schedule.
We're fine.
Yeah.
Do
but,
you?
I'm really good at that 3 to 5, 6 minutes late window. That's kind of my wheelhouse.
I hope Joel.
Yeah, I hope Joel's not on my schedule. I hope he's early.
Not. Joel, arrive early. Be Bob.
Yeah, but
be Bob, Joel.
First of all, I ain't no bitch.
As Doug Peterson said, this is our new norm after they won. I'm hoping the Sixers' new norm now is being on the Eastern Conference doorstep every single year for 4 more years. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Joel Embiid, as long as he stays healthy, there's no reason this shouldn't be that. It really shouldn't be. He's that special.
Pat, how excited are you? And thanks for playing hurt a little bit. How excited are you for Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock? I mean, it's finally getting here. We've been waiting for this for a couple months.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a coronation. Like
Yes.
the whole regular season was kind of leading towards up to this point with the offseason that they had with getting Doc Rivers and then getting Daryl Morey and then locking up the number 1 seed. It got to the point where late in May it was a foregone conclusion it would happen. So, I'm pumped.
It was a foregone conclusion before the year, Bob. CBS, Bleacher Report, ESPN, NBC Sports. I went back yesterday and was looking at the projections for the Sixers. The projections averaged out in the Eastern Conference for the Sixers to be 3.8. So it actually means the experts were saying they were going to be the 4 seed.
Yeah, that sounds about right from what people were saying.
3 and 4 was the seemed to be where everybody was tagging them. I mean, the 1 seed, we act like it was like this team met expectations sometimes when I hear people talk about, well, this team met expectations being a 1 seed. Not at all.
They exceeded.
They absolutely exceeded expectations.
Yeah, I looking back, obviously we all thought Brooklyn was the team to beat.
Okay, who were the teams that they had them projected behind?
And Milwaukee. I'm surprised that
There's one more.
Yeah.
And they are Boston.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boston. The Boston was consistently ahead of the Sixers in people's projections.
Because the Mickey Mouse bubble, Tatum was great and the Sixers were terrible. So it's like a recency bias thing.
Sixers and Boston were jockeyed with people.
Yeah.
But Milwaukee and the Nets were clearly ahead of the Sixers, and it was just people went Milwaukee or they went Nets. Milwaukee, Nets, and then the Sixers were a 3 or a 4. So to me, I think we need to celebrate a little bit of that. This isn't over. This team is already, now regular season, take it for what it's worth. This team's already overachieved.
Well, it's funny because look at the other teams and how do they view their regular season. So Brooklyn will just say, we are what we are. That's okay. We're fine. And they played that way. They had injuries. The big three didn't really play together all that much. So they're okay with it. If I'm Milwaukee, I'm happy that nobody's really looking at me because they've kind of been understated all year long, right? Nobody's really talked about Milwaukee.
No.
And I think they're really good and they're playing really good basketball right now. So they're probably happy where they are as a team, how they're playing. I bet you they're not happy being a 3 seed. I wouldn't want to be that. I'd much rather have home court all throughout, and I think the Sixers match up really well with them. So, they have to be a little bit, those two teams, although I think Brooklyn maybe a little less, but they can't be happy where they're seated.
I wouldn't want to know that I'm looking at, to get to the finals, I've got to go Heat. I have to go Nets.
That's brutal.
I have to go Sixers potentially.
That's rough.
I don't think this team wasn't able to do it with the 1 seed, Jamie.
Yeah.
When they had the 1 seed, they weren't able to.
They certainly have earned their lumps, so that does scare me that they're kind of primed and know what it takes. But having to go through the team with the best home court record in the entire NBA as the final boss to get to the NBA Finals, That's not a fun predicament to be in.
Who do you want to face in the Eastern Conference Finals should they get there, Pat? And we believe they will get there. Who do you want to face as far as, if I'm saying to you, do you want to play in the finals, Pat? If you want to play in the finals, who's the team you want there?
Brooklyn. Yeah, they just look. They have a big three, but after that, they have no bench. And if this team can play defense the way that they normally can in a 7-game series, they're going to frustrate the hell out of Brooklyn, and they're going to get them in foul trouble. I like that matchup.
I love your swagger this morning.
I like that matchup more than Milwaukee because I think Milwaukee's more of a complete team.
Bob?
Pat makes a really good point.
Thank you, Pat, Bob. You do, but welcome. I'm shocked that came out of your mouth because they're the one that to me makes me doubt the most that if it happens that they would get
you can't get past them.
Because I've seen Milwaukee for 2 years in a row find ways to lose. And hearing Giannis on ESPN overnight, he's about as inspiring as a glass of milk. I mean, and Brad Stevens too is another one. There is Giannis is like, how can you tell us it's going to be different this year? No, it might be the same as last year. I'm like, what the hell? How do you go into a locker room and stand behind that guy, other than his talent? That he's like, well, it might be just like last year. You mean another underachieving performance?
Yeah, I hear you with that, but I'll get on the court with him any day of the week.
No, behind his talent.
You're right.
Anyway, yeah.
You're exactly right. I struggle with this. I think Milwaukee may be the most complete team in the Eastern Conference. I think the Sixers match up really well with Milwaukee. Pat makes a great point about their depth and complete team. If the Sixers are to beat Milwaukee, there's two things that have to happen. One, the defense has to be really good on Giannis, which I think they're capable of doing. But their second unit has to match Milwaukee's second unit. Brooklyn's going to be whatever those three guys are. And that sounds obvious, but it's not because they've only played 7 games together. So I think we're going to find out about Brooklyn during the playoff run to see exactly what those guys are, and it could be scary.
Yeah, I'd rather face Milwaukee. I do think they
What
have...
if Miami got through?
Then I'd love to...
Any theory that could happen?
Well, according to Jimmy Butler, he's incredibly dialed in right now.
That's what he says.
And he's flexing on Instagram yesterday.
And he's working really hard.
Yeah, he had his veins popping and everything.
Jimmy's working really hard.
I think Milwaukee could be the best team in the East, but I'd rather face them than Brooklyn.
So if I held a ticket on Miami today, if I had one of those tickets, what would I do with it then with your advice?
I would probably put it on PropSwap because it's America's marketplace to buy and sell sports bets. I have a Joel Embiid MVP ticket and a Ben Simmons Defensive Player of the Year ticket I'm thinking about posting on there.
Yeah.
I would get rid of one of them.
Well, Ben Simmons, I think, is the one. If I had to lose, I think Embiid might have a shot here. But that's the beauty of PropSwap. Just throw it up there.
That is the beauty of PropSwap. By the way, Jersey math. And I'm not talking about the kind of math they teach in Pennsauken. I'm talking about Sixers Jersey math. Your opportunity to win tickets to the Sixers' second playoff game this year. It'll be Wednesday night because, if they play Sunday, they most certainly need 2 days off. It's really so grueling. You got to work in those 2 days off. It'll be Wednesday night, 6:45. Be tuned in.
I want the playoffs to go like 6 months, so I'm cool with 2 days off.
It's so freaking ridiculous.
I want to be watching playoff basketball in late July.
And by the way, you know what they'll be doing in the next round? Playing every other night.
Yeah, probably.
So in the least consequential round, you give them 2 days off numerous times. You give them 1 day off in the rounds that are against the best teams that mean better. Makes no sense to me. I know why it's done because of the TV markets. Because they have more
teams.
They have more TV
games,
markets.
Yeah.
Well, they have more TV markets too to be able to try to plug in there. So Jersey math comes up today. You want to go to the Sixers' second home playoff game? You'd be listening at 6:45 today, so you can do that. If you've been having trouble refinancing because of insufficient income or too much debt, Scott Capital Group has a new refi program allowing just about anyone to qualify. Get approved today at scgloans.com so you can get that in there. So I waited to get into the Phillies and the Marlins. Vinny had numbness in a finger.
In his index finger, yeah.
I'm just going to do the Ricky Batalico thing. And that's exactly what Ricky did when they found it. Did you see the video of Ricky when they told when Michael Barkan got the news. They're live on the air.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Barkan gets the news that Vinny's not starting, and they are live on camera. And our boy Ricky Bo just goes, "What the hell? What's going on here? What is up with him?"
No, I missed that.
And he goes, "What's up with him?" And it was the most real moment because just like, are you kidding me? And he just as Ricky's just like, "What's going on here?"
David Hale starts don't excite
I was
you?
admired, but I admired.
That's a tough spot for him.
I admired David Hale coming in and knowing he's starting for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
I would assume numbness in the finger would have to be a nerve type issue, but
which is scary.
He's
touching his forearm, and then he's touching his shoulder on the video, and then they say it's numbness in a finger.
I would imagine it's hard to pitch if you can't feel your index finger.
Okay, I've never done it, so I don't.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But Ricky Bo's reaction was it was hilarious because he's just on live
great.
TV going, "What the hell?" I think he even might have said, "What the hell's up with this? What's up with him?"
Well, here's where I'll disagree with Ricky a little bit. If he's questioning Vinny, and I don't know if that's what it is.
No, I don't think it's what it was. It was
what the hell's going on.
Like numbness, numbness in a finger.
What else can go wrong?
Yeah, I don't think he was. I don't think he was questioning his thing. He was just like, "What the hell? Come on."
Yeah, because why wouldn't Vinny want to get out there with the way he's been pitching lately? He's probably chomping at the bit to get out there. So it's concerning, and it sucks, and it puts your focus as we're looking at Vinny Velasquez the last few starts, John, like we have in a pretty glowing fashion. Now we have to turn our heads and look. Okay, where's this Spencer Howard guy? That's where it directly goes to me. If Vinny has some trouble there, and it seems more than if he's looking at shoulder and forearm and all that
like
stuff.
this. On the video, he touches here, and then
he's going to be out for a little bit.
I was not reading lips, but just reading body language, and I think he was saying, I think he was saying nothing's wrong here, and then he touches the forearm.
Yeah.
He's showing the trainer his forearm and talking about his finger. And the trainer looks at his forearm. So I think it's something. I thought of Pat immediately because I'm saying, okay, Pat, it's showtime. It's showtime for Spencer Howard, right?
It's my first thought was
I knew
paging Spencer Howard. How fast can he get here?
Right. And also, too, it's showtime for the Phillies to take the freaking training wheels off.
Well, and I have no faith that they'll do that. I mean, they sent him down to AAA to stretch his arm out, and then they had him go 50 pitches. In his second or third game down there, it makes no sense. I mean, the wussification of this organization is just it's they lead the league in it.
You think they're so scared of?
They're terrified. They're terrified of guy getting injured and ruining a prospect to the point where I think they put their prospects in a tough spot. Like take the damn kid gloves off, bring the guy up. If Vincent Velasquez misses one start and I have to watch David Hale start again, another bullpen game, then I got
to tell
you, get Matt Moore maybe.
Oh, jeez, that's good. And then Ricky followed it up with Matt Moore's in the game, but I didn't need to tell you that.
Yeah. Hey, really nice pickoff move.
That was a good play.
I found a positive, huh?
I am. You're really. You had to dig far there. So the Phillies again, and the bad thing, if they don't have that dramatic eighth inning the other night, they get swept by the Marlins.
Oh God. Death, taxes, and losing
they were
to the Marlins.
Tuesday and Wednesday. They weren't really. I don't believe, even though the games were tight, they weren't in either game. That was a game. Last night I turned it off and put it on the Alexa. I did not. It was terrible.
Yeah, I threw on Call of Duty last night.
How was that?
I hadn't played in a while.
Did you wear a headset?
Yeah, I was with my cousin.
Okay, so you're playing with somebody.
Yeah.
There you go.
And we got railroaded. Just like the Phillies.
Out of the 29 outs they had last night, or 29 at-bats they had last night, they struck out 15 times.
Oof.
And I brought it up yesterday that they're averaging 10 strikeouts a game. It's getting ridiculous. Alec Boehm is down to 219, struck out 3 out of 4 plate appearances last night.
And then the other one, he hit on the screws right at somebody.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he didn't do it as long, but we've had Jeff Francoeur on the show. Jeff Francoeur's career, he had a much longer run of success, but I saw Jeff's career sort of fall off a cliff.
Yeah.
Where he went from being the natural on the cover of Sports Illustrated, to 2.5 years into his career, he fell off a cliff.
He made a minor league run for a little bit.
He did. Yeah, he bounced around and was doing that.
Admirable.
Let's just say I'm mildly concerned with Boehm, Pat.
I'm not, because it's a whole team issue. This whole offense is lifeless. I don't know if it's a John Maley problem, the new hitting coach, but it's amazing to me how they're free swingers. The only person to benefit from it so far has been Rhys Hoskins. And other than that, they're all 15 strikeouts to Sandy Alcantara.
So you're thinking it's just approach, that it's an approach and a mindset that can be mildly tweaked.
It's got to be, because you don't just, within 6 months?
Players do, though. There's history of players doing it. I'm going to give you Jason Hayward, Jeff Francoeur. These guys went from MVP candidates to falling off a cliff.
Yeah, I know, and I get it. But...
And it happens to star guys that storm onto the scene, and then...
Yeah, look, if it was just Bohm, I'd agree with you. It's the whole damn team.
Well, hopefully that'll change. The Phillies and the Red Sox this weekend.
Woo!
I hate Boston.
Yeah, so do I. They're
hate Boston.
good.
You know what's funny is, like, Pat loves and you love talking crap to New York fans.
Uh-huh.
Love it. Love it. Count me in, full thing. Conversations with Boston fans annoy me. A conversation at a gas station.
They're very cocky after their last 2 decades.
You want to remind them that you could walk into, before the big three got to Boston, you could walk into a Celtics game and get ticket anywhere you wanted in the lower level. You could in the early 90s, the least attended team in the NFL was the New England Patriots. They were the bottom of the league in attendance. They were one of the bottom 3 teams in attendance for 40. Right? Yes.
Wow. Yeah, they were in the dumps.
Bad. They were in the dumps. Now they're going to say, "Well, our stadium was a dump." Well, we played in the vet. So please shut up.
Literal toilet.
Shut up. So remember, there was no Patriots Nation, Red Sox Nation. There's just so annoying. If you see one this weekend, just be kind though. They're here and they're at least getting to hang out with us for the weekend, which should be fun. It's our 100th show, and a listener brought up an idea of some of the stupid things we've done in our first 20 weeks together. We're going to ask for some of your thoughts on this, too, coming up next. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic.
Look, it's no secret that the Phillies are struggling right now, and it's pretty tough to watch, but they can still amazingly win you money with this limp offense, and that's on BetMGM. You have to use bonus code PATEGAN100 when you sign up. And if you place just $1 on the Phillies or Red Sox, you'll get $100 back if either team hits a home run. So even when the Phillies get shut out, as long as Boston parks one in Citizens Bank Park, you're cashing in. And after the baseball has left the park, there's no reason to stop betting because BetMGM has amazing, innovative parlay selection builders for the NBA playoffs. They have daily promotions. They have boosted odds specials. This site legitimately has it all. But this current offer is really too good to pass up, whether you're a baseball fan or not. It's to win an easy $100. You just have to place $1 on the Phillies or Red Sox. And if either team hits a home run, you're going to win. It's only at BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. It's a new customer offer. It's paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. You have to be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
Celebrating 100 shows. The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I was mocked in the classroom.
Attacked on the bus.
Pushed down on the sidewalk.
We are
your neighbors.
Fathers and sons.
Mothers, daughters.
Girl Scouts and Little Leaguers.
School teachers and coworkers.
We are
the so-called quiet, docile ones, never to make a scene.
Singled out in the schoolyard, assaulted until we assimilated.
We live in fear, but hide behind soft smiles.
We are invisible unless to place blame.
We are
targeted, mocked, attacked, killed.
Watching as you hurt our most vulnerable.
We are hurting. We are
the Asian community.
Not model minorities, but people with our own stories.
Making our voices heard in the community we helped build.
Because every time you told us to go back to where we came from, you didn't know to us, home is here.
Stand with us.
Follow #StopAsianHate today.
In business, days don't just come and go. Every day counts. Whatever your day brings, with Comcast Business, you'll have the solutions you need to make the most of it. Like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, the freedom to control your network from anywhere, and advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business. powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
Goodyear knows the importance of keeping momentum as you head down the stretch. Momentum starts with movement. It's pulled from the air like a contested rebound. Momentum builds with steals and fast breaks, and is proven by deep threes as the shot clock expires. Momentum is how we change the game. And now it's time to discover where it can take us. Goodyear, more driven.
For the one standing guard. For the eagle-eyed. For the knights in shining armor. And for all those who support them. We are Grainger, your experienced safety partner, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, committed to helping keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com/safety, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Summer, it's almost here, but Memorial Day savings are already at the Home Depot. In-store, online, store-wide. Like 5 bags of garden fresh mulch for just $10. Save on everything from flower beds to a fresh coat of paint. From power tools to ceiling fans. Ready, set, summer. Memorial Day savings, here now, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limit 75 bags per customer. Color selection varies by store. While supplies last, continental U.S. only.
Sorry to interrupt your jams, murder mystery podcasts, or motivational beach noises, but we got something else you might like to hear. It's called cash. That's the sound of an extra $250 after your first 10 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's right, an extra $250 on top of all the other cash you'll make during those first 10 deliveries. If that sounds good, visit t.uber.com/extra250. Uber Eats, deliver with us. Limited time offer, terms apply. See t.uber.com/extra250 for more details.
Wendy's Frosty Chino is cold brew with frosty creamer. What does that mean? It means we took rich, smooth cold brew and then added your choice of vanilla or chocolate frosty creamer. Can you say good morning? Or better yet, Wendy's Frosty Chino? It's cold brew with frosty creamer. It's only at Wendy's, and it's delicious. So ditch the stuffy coffee shop and say hasta la vista, barista. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Frosty Chino and start your morning right.
At participating U.S. Wendy's.
It's time for some straight talk. Sure, saving money feels good, but cutting your wireless bill in half? That feels really good. Like walk-off home run in the 9th inning kind of good. Okay, maybe not that good, but pretty darn good. With Straight Talk, you can get 25 gigs of high-speed data for $45 a month, up to 50% less than the other guys. Plus, no contract. All on America's best networks. Why pay a whole lot when you could pay half? Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Hi, I'm Kevin Nolan from Nolan Painting. Have you ever thought about becoming a painter? Painters make good money, have an interesting job, and a sense of pride. At Nolan Painting, you can learn a craft and help improve homes and neighborhoods in our region. We'll teach you how to paint. You just need to bring a great attitude. We're looking for upbeat people who have solid previous work experience, a valid driver's license, and a vehicle. You'll earn a good wage, work with a great team, and have opportunities to grow. If you're interested, go to NolanPainting.com.
Join me, Tyrone Johnson and Jamie Litch, this Sunday for the Fanatic's official playoff viewing party at Rivers Casino, Philadelphia, starting at 12:30. Catch all the action from the comfort of the Bet Rivers Sportsbook and win great prizes. Rivers Casino Philadelphia is the official partner and home game headquarters for 97.5 The Fanatic's playoff action. For details on our upcoming viewing parties, go to the events page on 97.5thefanatic.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. What's up, Philly? It's Tyrone. The world is inching back to normalcy, but our approach to educating our children may never be the same. Commonwealth Charter Academy, or CCA, has nearly 20 years of experience providing a flexible, stable online education in the comfort of your home. Enroll today at ccaeducate.me. Here are the benefits to your children and your family. 1, world-class education and accredited lesson plans streamed directly into your home at no cost to you. 2, laptops, headphones, and high-speed internet access all provided at no cost to you. And 3, a learning environment completely free from classroom risk like bullying and other distractions. CCA has been in our community long before this health crisis and will continue to faithfully serve students and families well into the future. Join the more than 2,500 students from Philly who already attend CCA. Enroll now at ccaeducate.me.
Hello?
We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Sorry, this is your life right now. Listening to me on the radio.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Want to remind you that Wawa Rewards members can now get a free hot or iced coffee every Tuesday through May. Try our new boosted blend hot coffee with 22% more caffeine. Gotta have a Wawa.
I could go for 22% right now.
You could?
Yeah.
I had a sugar-free Red Bull this morning. I felt like I...
How'd that treat you? Did you get wings?
I've seen Coach do it and everything like that, so I was checking in this morning. I had to grab something at the convenience store, and I don't feel anything.
Nothing?
Like, I don't feel anything.
You don't feel the love for us on our 100th show?
I feel love for you, Bobby.
Oh, okay.
Bobby was putting boxes up last night. See, now I've seen you do this. You're stretching out your shoulder. Are you Vinny Velasquez here? I mean, we're going to be able to
Feel
get
good.
through.
I could probably go 7 innings.
You could give us
in
7?
An underhand 6-12 slow pitch softball league, yeah.
Would you want to do fantasy camp, by the way?
Yes.
I would have wanted to.
You'd want to.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't now?
I
Spit it out, Bob.
So
It's not a complicated question.
Bob.
I always prided myself on being a decent athlete, and I still think I'm a decent athlete, but at my age,
You don't wanna
I don't
suck.
want to go embarrass myself.
Well,
yeah.
plus, too, is the problem is I know a few people who've done this in the past few years, is that you get guys that are good athletes, and then you get the 30-year-olds are showing up to play at fantasy camp with you.
A little
Or the
young,
28
right?
Yeah, like they're 30-year-olds.
I thought you kind of had to be like
35-year-olds.
45 plus.
Now, it depends. There's different. They will have a seniors. They have a seniors edition.
Oh, they do?
Well, yeah, but they got to be 60.
I'm not there.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So you can't do that one. Pat, would you want to do it?
Hell no. Absolutely not.
What?
No.
You really wouldn't want to go through the experience of it?
No.
I think it'd be fun as hell.
Oh,
No,
so you've
I'd-
never... I've had a couple of buddies that have done it.
I'd completely
have?
embarrass
Oh, yeah.
myself.
Yeah,
It's
my
very
friends
expensive,
John
isn't
and Lenny
it?
went down. Yeah.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but
they get the full uni.
full
and you get-
uniforms, and these guys were good baseball players, like
Oh, okay.
good baseball players.
When did they do it, though?
It was about, it had to be like 15 years ago.
So, like, 40?
They were like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They loved it. Loved it.
Well, you, like,
But
hang-
came home with, I mean, they had, their hands were cut up. Like, it was serious.
Oh, no. They
like hang out and drink beers at night with
Oh,
all
yeah.
the players
Oh, yeah.
and like go to dinner. Like it's supposed to be a blast.
It
Hey,
is a blast, yeah.
By the way, Ask Me Anything comes your way this morning at 8:10 a.m.
Oh boy.
You can still get some questions in on our 100th show. I believe Ask Me Anything comes your way today.
3 inches.
It got up yesterday. By the way, Doc Rivers,
You're lucky.
9 o'clock today. We talked to Doc, and Doc's going to talk a lot during this interview. And then we have Jersey math coming your way at 6:45. That does not mean the math that Bob Cooney's kids had in school. This is Jersey math of the 76ers that can get you to Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. How about that one for you? So you can do that.
That works.
Or quarters.
So are you good at knowing guys' jersey numbers now?
Now?
I mean,
Or are
I
you talking about
know
history?
21 Embiid. No, now. I know Embiid. I know
not
Simmons.
Not as much.
Because when we were kids, and even into my 20s, I knew everybody's jersey
Everybody's
number.
number.
Now, I swear to God, I covered the team every day. And you could have pulled me aside and said, what number is Ish Smith? And I would have been, I had no idea.
Well, seeing Maton and John Kruk's number looks funny to me. Because they cannot get Maton a jersey that fit, a uniform that fits him.
He's pretty skinny.
He's skinny, but they can't. You mean to tell me a major league club can't get the guy in a uniform that fits him?
Yeah, I would think they have a tailor on hand if needed, right?
Seriously.
He might want it that way. They do. That's what they do when they come
pajama
up.
look? Yeah.
So being a good friend of the
Equipment world.
manager with the Sixers, yeah, they get their measurements and the players put down how they want their jerseys, what size they want. They know. So that's the way he wants it.
Because it's I would love to see the company that comes up with is there anyone that can make a absolute uniform where you know to order to get large or extra large. Because I will get a large shirt from somebody else. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Fits perfectly. I'll get a large shirt, and it doesn't feel right. It feels tight. I'll get it. So then I'll say, oh, well, you got to get an extra large shirt. And then the extra large shirt's like a blouse.
I struggle with this all the time.
Where do you...
There's no consistency
There's no
inside.
uniformity to it.
Pants are the worst.
Bob says he wears extra large.
All the time.
I don't
You can check
understand it.
I'm mostly an extra large, but again, sometimes
under here.
I have to go double XL because
like
the extra large.
I'm like 2/3 XL, 1/3 large. But like some extra large sizes from some manufacturers, it doesn't, like, it's not the same.
No.
I would think extra large is extra large.
You would think.
Or large is large.
Yeah.
It's not, though.
Like Nike golf shirts, extra large, run bigger than Under Armour
Much
golf
bigger.
shirts.
Much bigger.
You know, so, yeah, it's funny. You know what I always hated? Why don't you go odd numbers on the waist sizes on pants? You can get 32, 34, 36, whatever. There's never 33, 35. My whole life, I've been a 33 or a 35, and I can't get them.
That's
that's a good point.
I do know the answer to this one.
Really?
From a haberdasher.
I don't know any haberdashers.
A haberdasher once told me.
Yeah.
A haberdasher once told me it's because of production that they pick the most common sizes and then they can be brought up or brought down. Not brought, like some of them can be brought up a little bit. Most of them can be brought down. So that's that
makes sense.
Because if you went and produced 35s, 37s, 33s, you then now in the jean category, you can find the odd numbers. Can't you?
It's kind of hard.
You're not a jeans guy, are you?
You're not a big jeans guy.
No, jeans. Yeah, I wear jeans.
Do you?
Rarely.
I do. If I go out, like if I go to dinner and stuff like that, I'll wear nice jeans.
Pat, do you have trouble? Do you have trouble finding size stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm built like a 12-year-old. So it's
John, don't do it.
Don't.
I'm not.
Don't.
Okay, well, what is the? It was brought up. It was brought up to me yesterday, and Pat's playing hurt, which I greatly admire. By the way, I greatly admire it because he can't give it to us. I'm not a person who admires sick people coming to work.
No, they're the worst.
No, I hate that.
Yeah.
You're evil people. If you're going to get other people sick,
hopefully that stops in our new age coming out of this.
I think that will.
I hope.
My wife says she's going to, in cold and flu season,
wear a mask.
She thinks she's going to wear a mask when she goes to
my brother-in-law mentioned it.
She's going to wear one.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will.
She says she has them now, but she's got it off now.
I have no problem with that.
And she said maybe in pollen season too.
Yeah,
maybe sometimes wear a mask.
And I think I speak for Jamie and Coach and Pat on this. We are looking so forward to meeting Christina.
You will enjoy her. But
we just want to sit down in a room with her, and you're not invited.
You will sit there,
look her in the eye and say why.
Pick her brain.
She say, how have you done? Almost 19 years. We've done 100 shows. You've done 19 years with this guy.
Blink twice if you're a prisoner.
They will come up in the summertime. They'll come. You'll meet them in the summer. You'll meet her in the summer. They'll be up summertime between Beach and Vegas.
Okay. All right, good.
So,
that's nice sounding. Beach in Vegas.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. And then Vegas again in the fall. What is the stupidest things we've debated and discussed in the first 100 shows? Because a listener yesterday suggested on Twitter that his most memorable moment was Jamie saying that he could box a kangaroo. So that was one of the dumbest debates of things that we've heard. And then the other one was, even though it wasn't a debate, I had another listener then chimed in and said, Connor saying he could tackle Brian Westbrook.
That's the dumbest.
Even today. But we didn't debate it because all of us told Connor that he was a jackass. So, I mean, there was no debate.
Yeah.
There's no debate there. You boxing the kangaroo,
I
I'm telling you,
hang for
Coach,
a little bit.
I'm hoping we're going to be able to have this mythical thing that I've heard about that I've been told at FanFest is just amazing. Is there any way we can find a boxing kangaroo? Is there any way, Coach? You work magic around.
Find me a little Joey. I can definitely beat up a Joey.
No, we'll get a full-size adult kangaroo.
Full-size adult kangaroo.
Oh, my God.
Unboxing. Guess what? That would, Jamie, it would be, listen, viral moment to the whole world.
Yeah.
Viral moment. Everybody in America would be.
I'd make Skylar so proud.
You'd be number one on Sports Center.
You'd be the number one. You'd make Sports Center's not so top 10. I'm just predicting. Not so top 10.
I made a mock boxing poster you can find on our Instagram account. Just search John Kincade Show. It's Jamie the Delusional One Lynch versus Joey the Uruguayan Nightmare Kangaroo. So
that is
all Jamie has to do is sign the papers and stop ducking them.
That may be
stop ducking them,
Jamie, because the kangaroo keeps calling him out, right?
Yeah, kangaroo wants those hands.
And just wanting that is one. Can you think of any others? Like
stupid stuff,
like
or?
the stupid debates or anything we've debated. Obviously, I would say there have been plenty of debates. There's, of course, Aaron Nola, which is
that's you and Pat's.
Right, it's on the wall. It's on the wall.
I don't have the energy today.
Well,
you and I.
Well, you can take the loss anytime you want.
I mean, I
will take the concession anytime.
I don't know where he hurt you. But.
I will take him anytime you want.
You and I had it out about media.
Oh,
which I thought was a good discussion.
Oh, no, it is good, but it's good give and take. I'm trying to think of.
We're looking for the stupid stuff, Bob.
Some of the dumb, some of the dumb stuff.
We had something 2 days ago that I even commented. I can't believe it took us till this point to debate whatever it was. It was something so dumb.
I'm not shocked. I mean,
I can hear you say. You said, "I can't believe we're talking about this."
The distance from Pat Steaks in your house.
Yeah, that's one.
What it was.
That's one.
Yes,
who
that
lives
was a good
closer? Who lives closer? By the way, Pat, I had somebody agree with you on that yesterday. By the way,
well, Pat's right.
Pat's logic. No, he's not though. If you say you live closer to something than someone else, you can't take another destination into effect. He says who lives closer to Pat's Steaks, the fine sponsor of Pat's Takes.
Correct.
And Bob lives closer.
I can't believe
Pat lives closer.
It doesn't.
By 1/10 of a mile.
I thought it was 11.9 yesterday.
No, Pat lives 1/10 of a mile closer than I do. His point is, but I would pass work going to Pat's Steaks, so why would I go there and get stuff and then have to come back? That's not the question.
The dumbest things in our arguments tend to be when the biggest problem we've got in this entire room, all of us, is moving the goalposts on discussions. Is that usually is where the silliness of debates go on, is that someone then moves the goalpost on the debate. And that's one that we can over time, I think, is usually the common denominator.
Coach, who moves the goalposts the most and the least on this show when an argument happens? Or a debate, I should say.
Jamie moves the goalpost quite often.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
I would have voted you number one for moving the goalpost. Because Jamie does the
I had you and Pat in
I don't
mind.
think if you say somebody's not good, if you argue to Jamie that someone's average or not good, Jamie goes, "Well, they're not terrible." And I'm like, "I didn't say they were terrible."
Robert Covington's not terrible, guys.
Not terrible.
You love
I think Bob is the most. Bob, you or I are the most cemented in our feet. And I don't necessarily think that that's the best attribute either. I have little gray area. As you well know, you've all learned. It's right, wrong, yes, no, good, bad. I don't venture into gray area often. And I consider that a weakness. That not being able to explore, well, I can understand.
You've moved
why
a
you
few
think that.
goalposts a little bit.
On what?
Oh,
you remember? Well, no, if you remember one, I'd say
I would have had John number one.
Of moving a goalpost?
Yeah.
What? Like what?
Like, I don't want to bring this up, but I have to. So, Aaron Nola will go out and have 6 2/3 and strike out 8.
Yes.
And you'll go, but no, that's not an ace. No, an ace needs to go 7.
No,
and then Zach Wheeler will do the exact same start, and you'll come in peacocking the next day going, ace went last night.
I think it's great because the ace went last night.
Everybody knows that.
Guess what?
David Hale.
David Hale. Oh, my God.
The hailstorm.
All right, who could do some math with us? Some
I love
76ers. Math. You do love math, right?
I love numbers.
We've got 76ers math. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a name of a Sixers player. And to either add, subtract, multiply, or divide their jersey number. And then at 9:45, you're going to give us the final answer to Sixers jersey math to win a pair of tickets to Game 2 on Wednesday night. Now, I know this. Our YouTube family, they're a bunch of stinking cheaters, but we love every one of them. But they're a bunch of stinking cheaters. So if you come into the show later today, every hour we're giving you a Sixers right around this time. But the stinking wheezy cheaters on YouTube will tell you the answer. They'll post it. So you might want to check out our YouTube channel today. Be with the bad kids in the back of the room. The YouTube channel is always going to help you out with this. All right, here's your math. The first jersey name is Danny Green. So Danny Green is your first jersey name. You'll find out what you have to do with it coming up an hour from now. Whether you're adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing, Danny Green is the first number. You could win tickets to the second game of the Sixers' first series. All right, in the linchpin today, as we get started, there's something going on at the link that Jamie's not too happy with.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, and this linchpin's brought to you by PropSwap, America's marketplace to buy and sell sports bets. So I was recently down on 95, and I drove past Lincoln Financial Field and the Wells Fargo and Citizens Bank, and I always love driving by the stadiums. And then I looked at the link, and I was like, oh, solar panels, scanning the stadium. Carson Wentz is still on the side of the building. Now
unbelievable.
It's not number. You know how they do it. It's kind of like those vague player shadow silhouette things, but you can tell who they are. Carson Wentz is on the side of the building. Get him off. Get that stank out of here.
What is it?
We've removed this. What are you doing? Why are you dragging your feet? It should have been down the day after the trade. What are you doing?
It's ridiculous that it's still up there.
Jalen Hurts has to drive into that parking lot and see that?
Well, I don't want Jalen Hurts on the side of the building either.
No, God, no.
Brandon Graham?
Yeah, I think BG would be a great one.
I think Brandon Graham has to be the guy.
Kelsey? He might actually be up there. But those two would be great.
They'd be great. Get Carson Wentz off the damn building.
Like 2 weeks ago.
What could be the reasoning here?
I don't know.
I mean, is it pandemic that you can't get workers out there to get it done? I don't think that's it.
It amazes me.
For a professional organization, like you don't want to be the organization that is shown on TV, Channel 6, scraping the poster down the day after he's traded. I understand that.
Sure.
But like 2 nights later when nobody's around,
do it in the middle of the night.
You could have had 100 guys in South Philadelphia, free labor to take down the day after. I mean, the stank was terrible.
It's 3 months.
So we just talked about idiotic debates. I think this is up there.
You're an idiot.
What do you mean?
He's on the side of the building.
He's been gone for 3 months.
What are you talking about?
I think this is such manufactured anger. I mean,
it's not anger. It's just stupid.
Look at you. You're getting animated. You're angry.
Because you're stupid.
Just own
I'm not
it.
angry.
This team has no
Calmer than
defense.
you
I
are.
could not care less about the side of a building in May.
Wait a minute.
It's weird.
I don't.
It's been 3 months,
I
Pat.
don't
He's
care.
gone. Yes.
Keep them up. I don't know. They don't have a secondary. I have bigger issues with this team than what's on the side of a building.
No, Pat, it starts on the side of the building.
Yeah.
And you guys are dumb.
Then you go to the line in the secondary. It's the side of the building.
You guys are idiots.
It's ridiculous that they haven't gotten this.
Shut up, Egan.
That they haven't gotten this correct.
Shut my mic off now.
Go back to being sick.
Yes, go back to being sick.
Sure.
Really.
I mean, it's just, I'm not angry about it,
No,
but I
but
drove
it's
by and I was
stupid.
going, what the hell are you doing?
It's a
How do you not
professional
have it done?
organization.
And guess what? Again, I agree with Bob. You don't want to have it be that, Jamie Apote's out there with a microphone standing in front of workers tearing down the sign.
Yeah.
Or Jen Fred.
Or
somebody
Jen Fred,
like
or
that.
Right, exactly.
But you can do it in the middle of the
Joseph.
night a month after and nobody's going to notice.
Why would Adam Joseph be there? Like, why would
Nah, they don't do the weather from the link.
Here's Adam. Look at them tearing down Carson Wentz. Oh, look at that.
But come on. It's 3 months.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Get it off the building.
Get him off the damn building.
Bigger question. Has Howie Roseman taken down the poster in his office?
I would
of
have
Carson
to
Wentz?
think yes.
You better have.
Yeah.
First of all, that's
Howie
odd.
Roseman doesn't know what he's doing.
Now Chuck D'Amico has a poster of me up in his office.
Yeah.
So it
Coach
should be
has a
on.
poster of Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Well, that
it's-
was a
It's full of
fat
darts,
head.
though. The one in Chuck's office is just full of darts.
But Howie's office, he could just peel that down, you know?
I mean,
That's
serious.
an easy
He
one.
got the
fat head. Yeah, which is creepy.
Oh
Do you
my-
think Howie is peeling it down himself?
Why
no.
not?
I say no shot.
No.
No,
He's
here's
having
how he'll
someone do
mask it. He'll say, I need my office painted, and they'll take everything down, paint the office, and then he just won't put it back up.
That could be.
Yeah.
Should this be the Twitter poll today?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Twitter poll.
Should it be removed from Lincoln Financial Field?
I mean, it's just so stupid that it's even a
right?
discussion.
It just
Don't
caught
even
my
have to
eye,
discuss
and I
it.
was like, why is it
Clean
still
up.
there?
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
So
It really
is
doesn't.
BG the most deserving? One of the
Yes.
biggest plays in franchise history?
Yes.
Yeah, you
On
can-
that roster right now,
Yeah.
it's not even close.
Yeah, I guess it's him or Kelsey.
They thought they thought about Miles Sanders, so they were afraid the sign would drop. There'd be a drop of the sign
Wow.
constantly.
How
They were
do you
a little
really
afraid
feel
of that.
about Miles Sanders? That's a gray area with
I'll
you.
tell you, it really is. It really is. He was very kind to Carson on the way out the door. Really kind. It's a good man. Good job. Appreciate
In
it.
on the funk. I'm out on the stank.
He's in on the. He's in on the funk.
Out on the stank.
That is what.
Makes a lot of sense if you think about it.
It does. He wants it out of there. That means Anthony's chiming in here.
Carson on the side of the building is the stank. It's not
Wants it
funky
outta
anymore.
here.
It's funky
Oh
after
my
maybe 2
gosh.
weeks, 3 months. Now it's stank.
Oh
People
my
only
gosh!
knew.
By the way, if I told you that Burgervana is opening on, May, just opened up on May the 10th.
You have my attention.
And Burgervana is up at the beautiful Parks Casino.
Burger.
And did you know you can build your own or pick a chef-inspired creation alongside a handmade milkshake?
Ooh.
Sidewinder fries or crispy onion rings?
Ooh.
Chili dogs, chili cheese dogs?
Hey now.
What if I told you that Burgervana is coming to bring us food this morning?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, you kidding me?
Yes. We're having catered food. And if you got to check out Burgervana, you got to check out the newest restaurant. And there are so many great spots at the Parks Casino, which we appreciate Parks Casino for being a part of it. They sponsor our 7 o'clock
It's a great
hour
name.
sports book, Burgervana.
Yeah.
I'll bang that.
If I see a Burgervana, I'm stopping and getting something to eat.
Well, and you can go. You know what's great is
That's just
I
wow.
could go right off the blackjack, right out of a blackjack table, go get Burgervana, and then go right back to the blackjack table, which is really nice.
That's a winning situation.
Pretend that I'm
Who
going to
doesn't
the
like a
bathroom.
good boner?
A burger.
What?
What was that? A
I'm
burger.
excited. That's all.
Pat is a little excited. We've got that plenty coming up in the 7 o'clock hour as we celebrate our 100th show with you today. And you'll have a chance to do Sixers math. Doc Rivers joins us at 9 o'clock to mark the occasion. It's going to be great. Thanks for hanging out with us, the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Window Nation is fantastic when it comes to cost and quality because Window Nation has got you covered. They're going to save you thousands more on your windows compared to the national brands. But here is the best part about it is they're giving you a deal right now that you can't pass on. You've been waiting to upgrade the windows in your home. You see your utility bills. You're wasting money. You're wasting heat in the winter. You're wasting air conditioning in the summer. Plus, your curb appeal, well, it's sort of bad right now with those rotten-looking windows. How about 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy? Plus, put no money down, make no payments, and pay no interest for 2 years. 24 months. So, you got a house with 20 windows? You're only paying for 10. It's a pretty good deal. Buy 2, get 2. No money down, no payments, no interest for 24 months. Do your window shopping online at windownation.com. But call today to 866-90-NATION. They may get itchy, and they may take this thing away from you, so you got to call today, 866-90-NATION. Visit Window Nation, the perfect fit.
Celebrating 100 shows. The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Paid actor endorsement. Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas.
As a small business owner, I'm trying to build my business while keeping costs down. So imagine my surprise when I heard Pi Insurance on the radio saying I might be overpaying for workers' comp. Pi said they could save small businesses like mine up to 30% on workers' comp coverage. It sounded simple, so I went to trypi.com, got a quote in 3 minutes, and ended up saving thousands. Pi Insurance is a breath of fresh air. Their team put me at ease by explaining my policy and making sure I only paid for what I needed. It felt great to know I was protecting my employees while saving money. It's easy to see why Pi is rated excellent on Trustpilot by customers. If you're a small business owner, Check out Pi Insurance for Workers' Comp. Ask your agent for Pi, or see how much you can save in 3 minutes at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Hey, if you're having trouble squeezing into last year's summer clothes, it's probably time to do a juice cleanse with Squeeze.com.
If you've never done one before, a 1 to 3 day cleanse with Squeeze.com is a great kickoff to a weight loss campaign. You can lose inches, eliminate bloat, and feel more energetic.
And it's so easy. Just go to Squeeze.com, order before 1 p.m. You'll get same-day delivery by 9 p.m. Now, if you're on the road all day, jumping from job site to job site, Squeeze.com is delivered in a nice cooler bag. Just throw in an ice pack, and you're good to go all day. That's Squeeze.com. Click Mike and Natalie in the drop-down at checkout.
Quick Draw from the New Jersey Lottery makes winning feel epic.
I will pick up to 10 numbers. Then the game will draw 20 numbers. Who's with me, Jersey?
I want to match more so I could win more.
My $1 bet could win up to $100,000. Let's go!
Go epic with Quick Draw. Played every 4 minutes at lottery retailers. Anything can happen in Jersey.
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone who knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Sorry to interrupt your jams, murder mystery podcasts, or motivational beach noises, but we got something else you might like to hear. It's called cash. That's the sound of an extra $250 after your first 10 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's right, an extra $250 on top of all the other cash you'll make during those first 10 deliveries. If that sounds good, visit t.uber.com/extra250. Uber Eats, deliver with us. Limited time offer, terms apply. See t.uber.com/extra250 for more details.
It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.
Now, my business hours are whenever my customers need me.
My customers want everything now and faster than ever. It's a whole different world.
Your business is changing. The United States Postal Service is changing with it. We're bringing you fast, reliable shipping nationwide, and we're bringing it right when your customers need it. Let's discover new routes. Visit USPS.com/new routes. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
Next caller, who's this?
Hi, this is Dan from Navy Federal Credit Union. I just want to give a shout out to all the men and women of the armed forces. Happy Military Appreciation Month.
Okay, next caller.
Hi, this is Sam from Navy Federal Credit Union.
During Military Appreciation Month, Navy Federal wants to celebrate the commitment that connects us to our military members. Share your own shout out with #MissionMilitaryThanks. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is the only bed that effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. Save $1,000 on the new Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, Queen, now $17.99. Plus free premium delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
I need these boxes in bin 7. Oh, hello. Hi. I just wanted to call in and find out when next...
Whitney's warehouse foreman just retired, and the replacement needs to move to fulfillment.
Hold on. Guys, can we get the dock cleared now?
Indeed can help her hire the people she needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Turn off your laptop. We're on vacation.
It's a staycation. You haven't left the backyard.
But we said no work.
I'm on TotalWine.com. They have so many rosés and pinots. Oh, let's make this a tropical vacation. Do you want tequila or rum?
Well, both. Oh, get a Prosecco. And I'd love more of those craft wheat beers.
It's a good thing Total Wine has low prices.
Wondrous selection, helpful guides, ridiculously low prices. Total Wine and more. Discover new flavors to make this summer even more fun at TotalWine.com.
Stop breathing all your germs on me.
Stop breathing all your germs on me. Well, that didn't work.
No, it didn't.
The Bryant Evolution Air Purifier works so well it captures and kills up to 99% of select viruses and bacteria. And Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning Contractors will do whatever it takes to provide your family with this healthier, cleaner air, including great financing offers on a new energy-efficient system. To find a Pierce Phelps Bryant contractor near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
My friends at Parks Casino have a fantastic sports book that you can carry right in the palm of your hand. It's the Parks Casino Sportsbook app, and boy, do they take care of you on there. I mean, there's constantly so many fun things to do. How about the 7-seed Lakers are a 2-1 favorite to win the Western Conference. Phoenix, the number 2 seed, is 7-1 to win the conference. That to me is absolute craziness. How about on all the games coming up this weekend? They have not put the Sixers line up yet, but how about this one? Milwaukee, a 5-point favorite over Miami on Saturday. That's one we'll be watching. Brooklyn, 7.5-point favorites over Boston as they get that series underway. These are the kind of things you're looking at right now. And by the way, the Phillies, a big favorite tonight. Let's see if they can take care of business. Get that Parks Casino Sportsbook app firing up. You get a $500 risk-free bet. Download the app or click parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania. Should you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I can't wait to finally see what my new coworkers look like once we get these masks off. I'm expecting to be disappointed.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Second time today. Maybe it's that damn Red Bull that I had. It's got me all fired up with wings. Here it is. 100th edition of the John Kincade Show for those of you on YouTube and twitch.tv. We appreciate you being a part of the show, the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. And our 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by my sportsbook app of choice, the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Download it at parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC. And just a little heads up for you, Jamie, because you got a week to prepare.
Yeah.
Next Friday is National Hamburger Day.
Oh, and it's Friday of Memorial Day.
Yes, at Burgervana. You get free.
You think you're excited? Feel these nipples.
You get free fries or onion rings with any burger purchase on National Hamburger Day or International Hamburger Day.
It's a good day next Friday.
Okay, wait. What's International Hamburger Day?
The whole world celebrates it.
I mean, does everyone do hamburgers?
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole world does hamburgers?
I mean, I don't know about India because the cow is sacred over there, but pretty much everybody else.
Pretty big in Bratislava.
I mean, I can speak to
I don't know about India.
The Netherlands, England, Spain, France, Australia. They all love hamburgers.
Go ahead, keep going. Name every country, please.
Well, those are just the places I've been that I can speak to first.
You are the world traveler of the show.
I love traveling. Wow, that's why I have no money.
No, but you are the world traveler of the show.
Yeah, I love it.
You've already been all these places.
Yeah, and they love their hamburgers.
Except India.
One of the best burgers I ever had was in France.
Really?
It was delicious.
Is it a Royale with cheese?
Yeah.
Master Jamie, enjoy your latest journey. You take the streamline over there to Europe.
Yeah, I would.
And tell us what it's like over there and say hello to some of our relatives.
Man, if I had like Shaq money, I would be in a different country every month.
He loves traveling.
Oh, it's the best.
He loves it. The Air Shack, though, I will not.
Yeah, those private planes frighten me a little bit.
They're the ones that go down.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah.
They're the ones that jets. I like jets.
Yeah.
Get me on a jet. I think my chances are better on a jet.
I think our chances are pretty good with everything.
What do you mean?
Think of all the flights that go, to and from, whether it's a private jet, whatever. We rarely hear about everything.
Yeah, tell that to Amelia Earhart's family, Bob. Way to go.
That got awkward.
That is a little scary. Yeah.
Wow. Where did she go down? Isn't that a mystery?
She went to
no.
Don't they have a vague area?
They did. They found her in the Pacific. She was on an island. Yes, they found her.
Wait a minute.
Google it.
Well, I'm not talking about Google it. I mean, I do not believe they have ever verified that they found her body.
They're 99% sure the bones that they found are Amelia. I'll send you the article.
Okay. Yeah.
Very convincing.
Well, if it's on Google. I mean,
it's on the internet.
Yeah,
John.
I mean, where else?
It's on the internet. It's got to be true.
We're going to poo-poo Google now?
It's got to be
you
true.
jagaloons will poo-poo Google.
I can't believe I've never heard that they found Amelia Earhart.
So because you've never heard of it, didn't happen?
I've never heard of it. It's amazing. Did some pilots go on 60 Minutes during sweeps?
Oh, here we go.
And say they saw Amelia Earhart's wreckage? By the way, it was a really good story. If you haven't seen that, we talked about that this week. Check it out. Hey, Nick Sirianni is working overtime to make personal connections with his players. I personally find this to be a great strategy. Makes sense for him to try and get under the hood, understand the psyche of his team. Jalen Hurts saying he expects to compete for the starting job to me is the biggest nothing burger, useless soundbite that I've ever heard. What did you expect him to say? I've arrived. I'm the guy. Based on a quarter and a half of really good football? Surrounded by some really bad football? I mean, honestly, I looked at it, and I'm being honest, I looked at around 5 really good quarters from Jalen Hurts. Every quote isn't a story. Every cliche dropped isn't an answer to a real question worth solving. Now more than ever, we need to grasp that this team will make a lot of news off the field. And in truth of it, it's probably going to matter very, very little what they're saying. It's what they do that ends up being this. I couldn't believe this is like, Jalen Hurts, man, did you see that? Jalen Hurts said he expects to compete for the job. That's because Jalen Hurts has probably watched his tape from last year. And I don't think anybody would be pounding their chest saying, I've arrived. Good job on that, Jalen. That's where we begin the 7 o'clock hour with Bob and Jamie and Pat and Coach and Mike directing the broadcast on YouTube and Twitch.tv. You can call in and check out what Connor has to say at 610-632-0975 here on the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. I couldn't believe, boy, people were just running with this. It's like, isn't that amazing? Jalen Hurts says, no, I'm expected to compete for the job. Joe Flacco is the backup quarterback. I mean, seriously, what are you going to do? Go, no, that guy's a stiff. I mean, he's not going to say he's arrived. He saw his own performance.
Yeah. No, I don't have a real problem with the way the Eagles have handled stuff this offseason. The Sirianni cheerleader stuff, like I told you before, I'm okay with it. That's all right. I mean, that's who he is. He's getting pumped up. He doesn't know how to act. He's never been an NFL head coach before. There may be guidelines. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You should do this. He's not that. He's like, look, I'm just here to coach ball. I love ball. That's what I'm about. I love that. Jalen Hurts hasn't been anointed. They have not said on their website anywhere else he's our number one. So he's taking it like that, I believe. All right, if it's competition, I feel good about myself. I'm okay with everything that's going on so far because this is an undefined season.
I like the personal connection thing out of Sirianni. It does impress me. And there are things that he's done that have not impressed me, like every time he's behind a microphone. But I do admire the fact that he's trying to personally get into everybody as far as understanding like where they grew up and a little bit about their background and making those personal connections. When the boss cares about you,
yeah.
I feel better about coming to work.
Chuck, I think, cares about us on a personal level, and that makes you want to perform and work harder for him because he kind of gives you that, personal connection as a boss.
A vibe.
And I think the way he's going about things right now, look, your rookies and your young guys should, and I use the word should fall in line quickly. Winning over the veterans is the tough part. And just hearing Brandon Graham and Jason Kelsey, who are the leaders of their respective, sides of the ball, talk about him this week, it seems infectious to them.
There is nothing about Jalen Hurts not to like.
No.
There's really nothing about this young man not to like.
He's got all the intangibles you want.
Jalen was not going to stand there behind a microphone and be like, yeah, I should be the starting quarterback of this team. It's my job. He did the right thing. But the media running with it like it's, wow, you see him, he wants to compete. Look, he didn't play that well.
And he didn't prove, he hasn't proven anything.
He didn't go in right. And guess what? I love the fact that this young man wants to work his ass off and earn it before he says anything. That to me is an admirable thing. Every single thing that I know about Jalen Hurts from years before ever coming to this city was so positive, overwhelmingly positive. And I just hope it works out. My biggest hope for the 2021 season is that we're going to be talking about the fact that the Eagles have 3 first-round picks, and they're not shopping in the quarterback aisle.
If he doesn't work out, it's because of his arm, not because of his head.
And it won't be because of his heart, his work ethic,
all that.
His leadership.
Yep.
He is every single thing he has every single part of it that you want.
Yes.
The arm may not be there.
Yeah, and that's what would prevent him from making it work.
May not be.
Everything else is there.
Yeah, look, he's got everything you need. It's just the T word, the talent. You hope that he's got it and he can read a defense because it didn't really put a lot of faith into me last year, seeing how he adjusted or didn't adjust, I should say, to defenses in the second half. But he's saying all the right things. It's great.
Yes.
Same thing with Sirianni, but let's see what happens when push comes to shove.
But the young man is just if you can't root for Jalen Hurts to succeed,
yeah,
you have an agenda. And to me, you have an agenda, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to be in that Carson Wentz camp, and I feel like somehow Carson Wentz got screwed, and so I'm going to just hate on Jalen Hurts. I'm never going to accept Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is bringing every single intangible, and it's very, very clear from every single thing that you hear, read, write, listen to. He brings all the intangibles to the table that I believe Wentz did not display.
Well, yeah, and that's the first thing he has to show off, right? So he's thrown into the fire last year. Here's your start. Show us what you have.
In a disaster season.
In a disastrous season and without knowledge of who he really is, right? So we as a fan base, we didn't know who Jalen Hurts really was except for his play at Oklahoma and Alabama before that. We just knew that he was a second-round pick, and we were stunned that they took him in the second round. Well, now we get the back feed of who is he before he actually steps on the field. A+ to Jalen Hurts so far.
Absolutely.
A+.
And I think him and Nick are a good match because they both have a lot to prove. And I think the best ball Hurts throws is the wheel routes and the quick hitters, like the boom. Like
that's what Sirianni
and that's
wants.
what Sirianni wants. He's going to throw to the running backs and tight ends and slot a lot. So if Jalen Hurts can perfect that, they have a chance to work together.
Frank Reich, in his tenure in Indianapolis, so under that offense, the in top 3 in the NFL in short, the passing game being
6 yards or
quick
less.
Hits, quick hits. So that would work.
And that's what Jalen does well.
I think it plays well to his strengths.
Yeah, so they can grow together, and it's a good opportunity for both of them.
Whether it's next-day delivery or getting involved in your local community, Napa goes above and beyond to serve you because their motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. Want to remind you that around an hour from now, it's Ask Us Anything that is coming up on the show. You do not want to miss that. And we will have more Sixers jersey math. Coach joins us. Now, Jamie, you put it as our personal friend or your personal friend?
My good friend, Glenn. I call him Glenn. You guys might call him Doc.
Because we don't know him as well.
Yeah, we've talked twice now, so we're basically best friends.
So Doc Rivers joins us at 9 o'clock today, which is going to be great.
He's a great interview. He's fun.
He is. I look forward to hearing him talk. It'll be a lot of fun.
There's no BS to Doc. It's one of the things that drew me to him when I first talked to him 10 years ago or whatever. There's just no BS. It's here it is. Here's what I think. This is what I'm going to do. And you don't have to look for hidden meanings because he puts it all right out there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, just one last thing on the Jalen Hurts thing. Can you imagine if next year we're getting ready for the draft and we're talking about 3 first-round picks and they say, and Jalen Hurts had a breakout year?
Yeah. He looked like Justin Herbert.
It totally takes, even if the ceiling's not that high.
No, I know. It'd be gret.
It would be such an amazing story.
That's how you rebuild.
Then you'd be saying, okay, this rebuild is jacked up, man.
Yeah.
This is rebuild on steroids.
Every Eagles fan should want Jalen Hurts to succeed because if he succeeds, the franchise is all of a sudden in a good place.
I would like that.
So this just popped into my head. He succeeds, and next year you're using the 3 drafts for other things.
Right.
Do you then say, wow, they knew Carson Wentz, something was up, and that's why they took him in the second round? Are we convinced of that?
Yes.
Finally?
No, I'm convinced 100%.
You're convinced now.
That they knew. But the thing is, though, why did you give him the contract?
Exactly.
If that's the
right.
case.
That's the $1 million question.
That is subject of ridicule there. Did you hear the Salchunas discussion yesterday? Andrew doing a fine job for Ant, as he was the opener yesterday.
He was David Hale?
For Anthony. You didn't know, and he walked in, and he did a great job with it. Mike Missinelli had me rolling yesterday, and he was laughing so hard at the fact that Andrew Salchunas was talking about the fact is you should be able to bring your personal speaker and play music at the driving range.
No.
You should be able to play music on the golf course. Now, Mike is totally anti-music on the golf course. I say if it cannot be heard past your little foursome, that's fine.
Yeah, they sell the magnetic speakers now that go on the golf cart pole. I've played...
But if anyone else can hear
no, then it's a violation.
Should be turned off.
Yeah, you keep it at a moderate level, and it's fine.
Bob's saying it's not that important. To me, it's like and the thing is, I had to finally, I've called twice this radio station. Andrew's going, yeah, I understand etiquette, but he said it twice. He goes, I understand golf etiquette, but. I'm like, no, you don't. If you say but, you don't understand the etiquette. You don't bring your personal speaker everywhere. There are things called earbuds.
Yeah.
Put them in your freaking ear. If you need music on the driving range,
I bring the buds and I put them in. It's great.
Do.
Yeah.
Guess what? I don't need you bringing your personal speaker. No. By the way, bald guy, 6th floor. All I'm going to say. I don't need your personal speaker at the gym.
Oh.
To walk into the building
it's ridiculous.
gym room with your personal speaker, and I walk in and there's music playing. Get some freaking earbuds and put your music. You don't need to have your music playing so everyone else has to hear your music.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
I mean, I was right. Mike Missinelli said he is going to, when they do the Mike Missinelli Open, he is going to get an air horn. And music and all kinds of distractions, and he wants to just ride around and just
torment Andrew
all day long. Every time he's in his backswing, music.
I don't think horns, Andrew would care.
I talk in my backswing. I don't.
Bob encourages talking in the backswing.
It's funny. I'm not.
Egan heckles you, right? Egan can heckle in a backswing.
The only time recently that I laughed during my backswing was, I think Egan or you said something while I was swinging, and it was really dirty and weird, but. It was funny. The first time, it was a few years ago, the first time I saw somebody have something in their cart that was playing music, it was during a tournament that I was playing with my friends, and I was like, wow, what is that? And I thought it was weird for about 10 minutes, and then I was like, okay, it's a sport. Like, golf is still a sport to me. There's no other sport where you have to be quiet.
Oh, well, no, but the thing is, though,
I understand the etiquette.
The thing is with music.
Not everybody likes.
I don't want to hear your music. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to go to work. I'm living in an apartment right now, and there's a beautiful common area. I mean, it's gorgeous. Like fire pit, big screen TV, and everything. And there's one gentleman. I don't know if I believe he is a German visitor or he is here for business or whatever. He brings out his freaking speaker.
Yeah,
and plays it in a common area.
What's he playing? Rammstein?
House music.
No, he's playing whatever music he wants.
Drugs and sex and house.
Whatever music he wants to play. I don't want to hear his music.
Well, have you asked him to?
No, because I'm not going to be.
Give him suggestions.
My
for
cousin
songs?
Mike speaks fluent German. He lives in Germany. I can have him translate for you.
No, I'm not going to be a jackass to the guy, but I'm like, seriously, you don't understand etiquette? It is a common area. It is not your area.
Yeah, like Andrew's
it's not your back porch.
He's a country music fan, so if he was on the course playing some country music, I'd be like, dude, shut that off.
Guess what?
But if he was playing something I liked.
Tyrone would too.
Yeah.
Tyrone's saying right there. He said the same thing. The playing of the music.
Nobody likes other people's music that much.
Don't go to the pool and play your music on a speaker that everybody else has to hear it. I will nap. When we're away, I will go to the pool. I will nap 3 times in a day from going in the pool.
Let's take them to the pool.
Go to the pool, go to the beach, go to the pool, go to the beach. Hey, and I can hit that chair and be out for 45 minutes.
Now, I bring one to the beach, but it's not loud enough to hear outside our circle.
Then that's fine.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. That's absolutely.
But the pool's a tighter spot.
But when somebody else has got at the pool, don't bring your freaking your music. Nobody wants to hear your music.
The driving range is outrageous.
And earbuds now are absolutely make this a no excuse item.
Yeah.
You can have your music. Nobody else has to hear it. Mike is looking for ways to harass Salchunas, though.
That's good. I like that.
I was like, Mike was playing along us, having some fun. It was good.
He can hide in the woods with an air horn like the old jackass guys.
Andrew 1,000% will not care.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
No.
He wouldn't.
No,
he's not going to care, and that's the whole point. I think that Andrew's trying to make is.
Well, I think the whole point
is stop taking it so seriously. You're not going to be on the PGA Tour.
That's bull crap.
You're not. I know. I hate to break this to you. You're not getting on the tour.
I understand. Nobody's doing that. You don't do anything in life because you think you're a professional athlete. You don't go and play.
Like, why is it so serious? Like as Bob said, it's a sport.
You don't go and play. So
why are we being like?
Because I don't like your music.
So Andrew plays. The I still think I can play baseball league, right?
Yeah.
He still plays in that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the young guys that still think they can play ball. So if a guy with an air horn came and just made noise as he's pitching or at the plate and just decided to come to the park and just play an air horn,
I think that's a little different.
Why is it different?
It's different because music continues, so it's not just sitting there waiting for him to pitch and hitting an air horn.
No, but it's just
music. Well, like you can get used to that. So if you just blasted an air horn and held it down, I think you'd be fine with it because you'd get used to it.
Blasting the music on a golf course is wrong because there is that etiquette of whatever. Blasting the music anywhere is kind of. If you want to listen to music and it's your music, fine. Keep it to the confines of yourself. I thought the argument was having music on a golf course.
No, even driving range. Driving range.
Or driving
you don't
range,
go to the driving
ridiculous.
range. You don't go to guess what? Don't go to and then they were like, Andrew goes, well, at Top Golf they play music. Yes, Top Golf owns the place.
Yeah.
They decide at their place what they're playing, and
they're
play
serving
music.
you food and drinks.
And exactly. and guess what? You do not go to Top Golf and bring your own personal speaker
No.
and blare your music there. Nobody wants to hear it. It's courtesy. It's common courtesy.
Yeah, Pat brings it up. The reason is I probably don't like Pat's music. I probably don't like your music, and I like Bruce Springsteen, and I think that's all Bob listens to.
I think I would listen to Bob's speaker the most.
Not true.
Bob, let's do a quick Cooney's Corner here. You saw a promo that you didn't like.
That is correct.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
So I'm watching the ESPN, and I forget what I was watching the other day, a couple days ago, and it comes on with an ESPN promotion of the playoffs.
Okay.
And it just flashes players in between highlights and this and that and the other. I would say about 10 players were shown real quick. How many 76ers highlights do you think there were?
One.
I mean, you would have to think there's at least one.
No,
What?
Nothing, not a player.
Well, that's
shown,
interesting
not a
because
highlight
last night
shown.
the MVP finalists were announced.
Yeah.
And one of them happens to be a Sixer. So you're doing a disservice to the league you cover by not at least including him in a promo.
It was so weird to me. I was seriously. I saw Donovan Mitchell and I believe a Rudy Gobert highlight.
Oh, Jesus!
And in between, I didn't see anything of
honestly.
Simmons, Embiid, nothing. And rarely, it's funny. I'm listening to Marv Albert during the show last night. He said, a couple times, and the winner of this game gets the number 1 seed, Philadelphia 76ers. It sounded like he was saying, really? The Sixers are the number 1 seed? I just think there's kind of a national...
There is.
Yeah, they're the number 1 seed, but it ain't going to happen. So I equate it to, and I wonder if you guys do a little bit, could it be the 2017 Eagles all over again? 2017-18 Eagles?
I don't want to hear that.
No, I know you don't, but maybe it's something good.
That was so contrived. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the disrespect.
We brought up something yesterday about the things we don't want to hear anymore. We didn't bring that up, but that's exactly one of the things.
We're being disrespected. Nobody
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about them being underdogs, but I kind of like where it is that they're not on the national.
Yes, I do. Absolutely.
Watch out for them. I'm okay with that. I kind of like where the Sixers are under the radar.
I don't like the fact that there's no Sixers on the. That's ridiculous.
Embiid deserves a highlight.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. All right, Dave, stick around. We'll try to get to you here right afterwards. And we have a fabulous prize that we're going to offer somebody coming up on the show. You don't want to miss it as we celebrate 100 of these morning work days together. It's the John Kincade Show, and you're here on The Fanatic. Do you get a power bill? And are you a sports fan? Well, do you think you can pick a winner? Because my friends at Star Energy have an amazing offer for you. Join Star Energy, and you're going to get a great fixed price, and you're getting green energy, all green, and no early termination fee. But better, here's your winning shot. Pick the team of your choice to win its championship. And if your team wins, you're going to win $150 in energy credits. And even if you get it wrong, you're going to get $25 in energy credits. It's a great electricity product anyway, and you know you need it, so why want you in at Star Energy? They've juiced up this game for you, letting you pick and win, sports fans, so it's time for you to make your pick free. I want every sports fan to go to Star. Call 833-GO-TEAM-3, and you pick your team. You sign up easy. Star makes it easy. Call 833-GO-TEAM-3 right now. Pick a team to win the championship. You can get $150 in energy credits. It's awesome. Star Energy even has a no-obligation free sweepstakes going on just for calling in. So if you think you can pick a winner, put some fun in your electricity bill and some money in your pocket with Star Energy and tell them that John Kincade was the one that sent you.
Celebrating 100 shows. The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, it's Anthony Gargano. The uncles. Let me talk about my uncles. Uncle Greg and Uncle Paul, family, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. They're going all out. It's the Jeep Freedom Days. Yeah. Huge savings all month long, like 0% financing on all your favorite new models. Take a vacation from car payments this summer. That's right, no payments till Labor Day. Complete the entire car buying process online. They'll even deliver right to your doorstep like it's a pizza. You're out of vision person, not a problem. They make that easy and safe too. Just schedule an appointment. They'll take care of the rest. Celebrate 80 years of Jeep at Philly's original Jeep dealer. Call, click, go visit them today. Philadelphia Airport Auto Mall. Just remember one thing. At Family Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you're more than a customer. You're family. Online anytime, familyautos.com. See the uncles for details. The offer expires May 31st, 2021.
Imagine feeling the freedom of 20/20 vision without the hassle of foggy glasses and contacts. Well, thanks to the LASIK Vision Institute, that freedom could be yours. If you want LASIK, then the LASIK Vision Institute has officially taken away everything standing in your way. At the LASIK Vision Institute, we're now offering $1,000 off our Wavelight laser if you're treated in May. That's $500 off per eye. Go to LASIK.com to see this offer and see if LASIK is right for you. Plus, LASIK has never been more convenient. The procedure typically only takes 15 minutes, and most patients can get back to work the next day. The LASIK Vision Institute offers the latest FDA-approved LASIK technology, and our expert medical teams have performed over 1.3 million procedures. Technology and experience, all more affordable than you might imagine, especially with $1,000 off, $500 off per eye. Go to LASIK.com today to schedule your free consultation and start feeling the freedom of better vision. Must mention this promotion and be treated in May of 2021 to qualify. $1,000 off for both eyes on standard Wavelight price, $500 off for one eye. Cannot be combined with any other offers. See details at LASIK.com.
Sorry to interrupt your jams, murder mystery podcasts, or motivational beach noises, but we got something else you might like to hear. It's called cash. That's the sound of an extra $250 after your first 10 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's right, an extra $250 on top of all the other cash you'll make during those first 10 deliveries. If that sounds good, visit t.uber.com/extra250. Uber Eats, deliver with us. Limited time offer, terms apply. See t.uber.com/extra250 for more details.
O'Reilly. Are your wiper blades chattering, skipping, or squeaking? Don't let streaks or smearing on your windshield compromise your visibility. When it's time to replace your wiper blades, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and see our selection. Our professional parts people will even install your new wiper blades while you wait. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Summer means longer days and sometimes longer weekends. Make the most of yours with Memorial Day savings now at the Home Depot. In-store, online, store-wide. Come in for fresh Bonnie plants now through Sunday. 3 for just $9. Save on everything from mulch to mowers. Ready, set, summer. Memorial Day savings. Here now, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid through May 23rd while supplies last.
So, how can I promote my new curbside pickup service?
It's possible with Staples Connect.
I need custom floor decals that'll get noticed, not just walked on.
Also possible, Staples Connect can help your business grow with custom printed sales and marketing materials. And now get 15% off signs, posters, and decals when you spend $75 or more. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 5/29. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
At Unibet Online Casino, play hundreds of slots, new and exclusive. Plus table games with live dealers at your fingertips. Win weekly jackpots at Unibet Online Casino and get non-stop rewards starting with a $500 deposit match. Download our app or visit pa.unibet.com to get $30 free. Deposit is simple with a credit card or PayPal with a deposit match up to $500. Unibet Online Casino. In association with Mohegan Sun Pocono. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania to bet. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, if you're having trouble squeezing into last year's summer clothes, it's probably time to do a juice cleanse with Squeeze.com.
If you've never done one before, a 1 to 3 day cleanse with Squeeze.com is a great kickoff to a weight loss campaign. You can lose inches, eliminate bloat, and feel more energetic.
And it's so easy. Just go to Squeeze.com, order before 1 p.m. You'll get same-day delivery by 9 p.m. Now, if you're on the road all day, jumping from job site to job site, Squeeze.com is delivered in a nice cooler bag. Just throw in an ice pack, and you're good to go all day. That's Squeeze.com. Click Mike and Natalie in the drop-down at checkout.
Ready for cash back? Get 1.5% unlimited cash back with the Citadel Cash Rewards MasterCard. And for a limited time, enjoy a 0% intro annual percentage rate for 9 months. Visit citadelbanking.com/intro. Terms and conditions apply.
You know, cereal's really, really good for you if you eat good cereal. And I know the coach has got some goals in mind for 2021 that you want to compete. And this morning, you're eating your Magic Spoon for breakfast.
I told you guys earlier that I signed up for a mud run that's going to happen in August. And I started my training yesterday. And part of that is a workout that I have to do before 6 a.m., which now includes my bowl of Magic Spoon. And why wouldn't it? It's got 0 grams of sugar, 14 grams of protein, 140 calories a serving. And if you're like me, watching your carb intake, Magic Spoon, keto friendly, only 4 net grams of carbs, and all the flavors so far that I've tasted, it's awesome.
Cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter. I don't know what's going to be your favorite, but you're not going to know until you try a variety pack. So you go to magicspoon.com/Kincade. Magicspoon.com/Kincade. You're going to save $5 right there. But as he's telling you there, you hear Coach talk about it. Keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, GMO-free. I'm just going to tell you it tastes good. So it's good for you and it tastes good. That's a winning combination. Magicspoon.com/Kincade. Save yourself $5.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
This is the only place you want to hang out in the mornings as your Sixers make a run at a championship.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
We're going to take a look at the Sixers' opponent, Washington. Can you imagine if it's Washington, the Mecca, and then Brooklyn? That is some easy travel, folks. That's
the Amtrak playoffs.
Be great news. They'd use the same hotel probably for both New York series, and they would just take it on over, which would be great. John Kincade Show, celebrating 100 shows today here on The Fanatic. I want to get to Dave in Philadelphia here for an opportunity. Dave, what's going on, brother? You're on The Fanatic.
Hey, what's up? So I have the Bushnell speaker. Plays music, tells you all the yardage.
Mm-hmm.
I use that. I play a lot by myself with randoms. So that I just have the yardage thing on. I hit the button, tells me, and I just wait till one of them to bring it up and either play music or don't. We usually just keep it pretty low. But, I mean, it's a lot of people that's really not. I try to keep it off until someone brings it up, but
I think that's you mean you have actual common courtesy you put into effect, Dave.
Yeah, because I mean, as we got some curmudgeons like you, they get a little upset. You play music, so
no, I'm not. I'm fine with music. I'm fine with music in a car. I play with a lot of people who have music, but don't bring your music. If I'm saying you just asked me, if you had said to me, "Can I play music?" and we're playing together, I'd say fine. I wouldn't want it in the tee box as much, but I would say fine. I would have no problem with it.
I even try to keep it low as well. So, like, unless you're standing within, like, 5-10 feet of my cart, you're not really going to...
Well, then that's good. Then you mean you actually exercise common courtesy.
I try to.
Which is interesting. All right, Dave, I'm going to do something nice for you, even though you called me a curmudgeon. You maybe screwed yourself on this one, but I'm going to make sure you get something good. How about our friends at Parks Casino?
Oh, okay.
Are going to give you a certificate that's good for $100 in free slot play. And $100 gift certificate for the Parks Grill, the Liberty Bell Gastropub, or Liberty Bell Beer Garden. How about that? You just won $200 in fabulous prize from the Parks Casino.
That's awesome.
Way to go, Dave.
See, that doesn't sound like a curmudgeon would not have given you that.
No,
gift.
keep calling him a curmudgeon, Dave.
Woody, Dave.
Well, fella.
Good job, buddy. Thank you, Dave. Hold on. We'll get your information, and we thank Parks Casino for helping us celebrate today.
So what I took from that was if you call up and call John names, you get prizes.
Like I've always
sounds cool.
It seems like everybody I played with in Georgia, all liked music. I never once objected.
People like music?
I never once objected.
Yeah.
I don't want music at the pool. I don't want music at the driving range. I don't want you imposing your music on me.
No.
But when somebody, and every person I've ever played with that has one of those speakers always asks,
yeah,
does anyone have a problem? Is it okay to have some music?
I usually put my cell phone in the cup holder, and that kind of creates a little speaker.
That's fine. I mean, if someone has common courtesy, I don't think usually nobody has a problem with it.
Do you bring your badge as the fun police to the golf course?
I do not, but I love the pat with the dumb in the serious the dumbest argument ever. Well, you're not going to be on the PGA Tour.
You're not.
So you shouldn't take it. You shouldn't take golf seriously.
It's a sport. You're supposed to have fun.
You should just go out and just do whatever you want to do.
Just have fun.
Just go on. You can have fun, Pat, and you can compete with yourself. The idea is to get better.
Gotta live a little.
Pat competes with
I've seen
himself
it.
a lot.
Exactly. Hey, the 100th show today is reason to celebrate. And why? Well, because we all need a little more joy in our lives. We know that. But the story of why the show counting goes back to my old boss, Mike Thompson, a Philly guy. You may even know Mike. Mike used to program WWDB back in the day. He created The Ticket in Dallas as its first program director, created The Fan in Atlanta, then covered L.A. too. And he was hard coaching me one day when I first started to work for him. Translation means he was yelling at this hard-headed dope, and he told me that I wouldn't do 100 shows if I didn't clean up my act. Well, we ended up doing 4,637 of them before I got chicken Caesared. So I promised my wife this time around, since I'm pretty tightly wound about work and doing things properly and following, the way I do my routines, that I would celebrate every opportunity we could. I wasn't going to count shows. Coach wanted to count shows. They thought it was a great idea. So I just want to take a second here and just say to you, our audience is growing all the time. We're incredibly thankful for all of you. I love where this show's heading. I've got great partners. We're having a lot of fun. And you're awesome, and we appreciate you. And it's sort of about appreciating you and celebrating today. Celebrate the little victories along the way. Bob, are you good at that? I am horrible at that. Are you good at celebrating the little victories?
Not overly, but inwardly, yes. I don't show
inwardly
little victories.
Yeah.
Now, give me an example.
It's like look. It's we've been very, very pleased with how we've debuted 100 shows.
Could you see me jumping up and down like if I hit a winning shot in a game? What do you think my reaction would be?
Fist pump, walk off.
Yeah.
I'd see Jay Wright. A little more than Jay Wright winning the national championship. They just hit it, turn, handshake, gun.
Jay Wright would probably be exactly
the master of cool.
And then in the locker room,
yes.
Oh man, have at it. Like I would chug 5 beers in a second to celebrate that victory.
You wouldn't shotgun him though, you coward.
Inward, yeah, I would.
Well, would you? You can do a shotgun?
Yeah.
All right.
You doubt that Bob could do a shotgun?
No, I just want to prove it.
I don't like to chug beer.
No, you don't want to chug it.
Yeah, well
first off, you're not enjoying it. Further, you're not enjoying it.
I like to enjoy the taste. I was thinking of you yesterday because I had a nice... Did I send you a text? No, I might have sent it to somebody else. So. I had a nice little IPA before dinner last night while I was cooking, from one of our favorite places. But no, I'm an inwardly celebration guy because I do respect other people and how you handle yourself when you win.
I'm similar to Bob. Like, never one for the outward but internally I go, hey, we made it 100 shows. I like what we're doing. I believe in what we're doing. This is good, and it's my career, so it's pretty important to me.
Pat, are you a celebrator? Or you because Pat, you are the biggest curmudgeon in our crew.
Completely.
You are the curmudgeon, but you do celebrate though.
No, I mean, when I play sports, like you guys know I play hockey. If the puck goes in the net, I'm more shocked than anything, so I don't have time to celebrate because I'm blown away.
That's a good point.
But I think I've done it before. If I've scored a big goal before to like send our team the championship, and that I've celebrated, but normally not really because I'm more surprised. With this particular situation, I expected to get to 100 shows. I expected to get to 1,000, so I'm not.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Not really.
That's the one thing is that my wife constantly bangs into my head. It's okay to celebrate something. It's okay because I'm always saying, but we could have done this or this. If we had just done this, it could have been better. And Christina literally said to me, she goes, you're starting something new. Lose that.
Yeah.
Lose that mentality of just, it's always can be better. And celebrate know that it always can be better and work towards it, but celebrate it a little more. And she made me swear. She goes, I swear to you. She goes, I want to know that you're going to do this.
You do have to do that
this
as a human being. You have to appreciate when you've accomplished or when someone you love accomplishes something. You do have to do that. And I get that too. Like, Jamie knows this story because our son Kyle hit a game-winning shot, a buzzer beater, and I showed it to Jamie. It was on YouTube or whatever. And my thing was the reaction of Kyle. The ball went in. He walked towards the bench. Like, literally a buzzer-beating three-pointer.
Right.
And he walked, remember this? And he walked towards the bench and didn't say a thing. And after the game, I was talking to one of the coaches, who's a friend of mine, and I said, why did they get the ball out of bounds half court on the play before the... And Donna's like, are you kidding me? That's the first thing you brought? Your son just hit a game-winning shot. She said, I'm not being mean, but I'm saying, like, you need to enjoy that. And it's true, John. Like, Christina's right, Donna's right. we all do need to enjoy accomplishments.
And that's what, and it's weird though, because as my wife will tell me, and people who've known me my whole life will tell me, is nobody believes in just little joyous things more than yourself. But I'm so hyper competitive.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah.
I'm always got my mind of like, well, what are we doing tomorrow?
Sure.
What are we doing tomorrow? How are we doing this? Can we do this better?
I might outwardly celebrate like a 1,000th show that we do.
Right,
100th, I go, all right, I expected this.
There you go. Okay,
I expected not to be fired this early on.
Exactly.
How often do you guys sit back and kind of think about how far you've come in your career? And like appreciate the moment of I was this 10 years ago, I was this 20 years ago. And every day you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I grinded for a decade juggling 4 jobs to get here, so I'm very appreciative of what I have, and I don't want to ruin it.
But you legitimately think about it every single day?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. And it's a flaw. And I think it's a character flaw.
I know how hard you worked the same.
Right.
You know,
I mean, I did. I mean,
we all worked hard to get here.
3 jobs. I worked 3 jobs for 15 years, 16 years of my working life.
Yeah.
And doing TV, doing radio, doing national radio, and I rarely take the time to just go, wow, let's look back and say,
I'm happy to have weekends back.
Right.
I used to work 7 days a week, 4 jobs, juggling, and, it's
uphill
nice
both
to have
ways.
Yeah, in the snow.
I haven't worked a hard day in my life, so you're looking at the wrong guy. Yeah.
Hey, and we've got Jersey math coming your way in just a few moments. In the linchpin, talk about learning from your lessons.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, now you guys are going to have to tell me if I'm reading too much into it, but this is where my head went when I heard the Jalen Hurts comments the other day about rent is due every day, and I plan on making those payments. Now, he does tend to speak in somewhat of cliches, but whatever. I thought the analogy was...
He is a Saban disciple.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember, he's learned from the master.
Yeah. So he says that, rent is due every day. Now, tell me if I'm reading too much into this. I think he learned an incredible lesson from watching Carson Wentz last year. And it was this. That guy's a franchise quarterback with one of the biggest contracts in the league, and he just unraveled at the seams. His fault, team's fault, whoever's. He didn't pay rent every day.
No.
He unraveled. And I think Jalen Hurts is intelligent enough to watch that and go, damn, that's a guy that made it. That's a guy that had $85 million guaranteed or whatever the hell it was, and he's out of here. I need to perform every day. I need to meet my own expectations every day because nothing's guaranteed. You get some guaranteed dollars, but your job, you have to earn every day in the NFL. It's that hard of a league. And I think he learned an incredible lesson from Carson Wentz last year in his downfall.
I'm Jalen Hurts mentality, not Carson Wentz mentality.
Me too.
Personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love everything about Jalen Hurts. I got to tell you, I rarely root for, like where I'm rooting individually for a guy. I root for my team. Jerry Seinfeld, I root for the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want this young man to succeed.
So am I reading too much into it?
No, I don't think you are. I don't think you are. I think the media does. But I think there was a subtlety to it in that
yes.
He's telling that locker room,
I'm going to earn your respect every single day.
And by the way, everything that we're here, every one of us hears about him is that.
Yeah.
But that's what he does.
It's funny this comes up because I was having a conversation last night about learning things and how to handle things with one of my kids. And one of the things that we talked about was, look, you can learn something from everybody.
Sure.
Likable or non-likable.
Yep.
Agree or disagree. I said to him, I've kind of made a living in my professional living is I have always thought I could learn something from somebody and that my opinions are never better than somebody else's. And, it's a way that you can kind of go through life. For Jalen, you make a great point, Jamie. And I hope somebody older than Jalen Hurts pointed that out to him and said, look, you can learn from how not to do something, maybe by the way Carson Wentz handled things. I think you make a great point.
Yeah, I think it was a subtle... there was
almost a jab in my mind.
In a weird way, yes. I learned from your mistakes what not to do, and I think there was some genius behind that statement.
I didn't really take it like that.
How'd you take it?
Well, this is second level thinking, Pat.
Wow.
How did you take it, Pat?
I can't get to the second level. I need a ladder. I just took it as a guy trying to cater to the fan base and his teammates a little bit by saying, I'm not going to take anything for granted. I'm going to work every day. I'm going to work hard. Look, maybe he did. Maybe he looked at what happened with Carson Wentz and said, okay, I need to go a complete 180. But I just looked at it as kind of player speak, coach speak,
I'll tell you
whatever you
this,
want to call it.
I could close my eyes and hear Nick Saban. I've listened to Nick Saban press conferences since the day he got to Alabama. We would, obviously, SEC football was the thing. I could hear Nick Saban. Like, if Nick Saban was saying the same things, I could hear them.
Yeah.
He is a disciple of one of the brightest minds in football.
Yeah.
I think it'll benefit
And I don't
the
think
Sixers.
anything's a mistake with him.
No, I don't either. I think it'll benefit the Sixers having him, though. I mean, excuse me, the Eagles having him.
And I don't know much better of a lesson a rookie could learn than if he learned what I think he learned.
Real estate developer Spring Garden Lending specializes in bridge loans to help you acquire, rehab, construct, and refinance your investment properties. And they're now offering 30-year fixed-rate permanent financing. Spring Garden Lending, faster than a bank, cheaper than alternative lenders. Do you know that we have women watching? That women watch the show? Connie is watching. That's an underused name nowadays.
Connie?
Connie. Watching the show this morning.
I like it, Connie.
And Connie says, John, you had the discussion about the shirt sizes and everything the other day. She goes, the shirt size you're wearing today is what you should wear. Is what you should wear. So I do not know what shirt size. Bob, can you check? Because I do not even know
That's not
if
part
there's
of my
a shirt
job
size on it,
description.
if there's an on it there.
I'm good.
They said is
Yeah,
what
looks
it
like
is.
a large.
I'm trying to find. I don't know. I said
I'm
it's
gonna go large.
She says that's what you should be wearing. So Connie, I thank you for that. You ready to do some
It
Sixers
does
math?
look good on you.
And that's what she said.
Connie's a trustworthy name, so I trust her.
Are you sure it's a girl?
Yeah. Connie Mack.
It's
Because,
I do know it's a girl because the email is Connie, signed Connie, but the email address is Constance.
I was going to ask what Connie's short for.
Well,
Constance.
no, I had
Connie's Constance.
I had a teacher in high school who was a guy, and his name was Constance.
Constance
Yeah.
was? Well, he wouldn't be called Connie.
He was. Yeah, the other teachers called him Connie.
I don't think he'd be telling me what shirt
I'm just saying,
size
you
to
shouldn't
wear.
you shouldn't leave it out. This
I
happened
have-
with Connor. He got catfished by you, by the way.
No, it's not.
You set him up.
I didn't get catfish. Look, this I can't help it.
That happened in the first 100 days.
No, she definitely is because in the second paragraph she says you have a lot of women listeners. So
I
she's
mean,
talking about that.
look at
She's
you.
talking about. Well, that's the truth too. That should absolutely work. So, Bob, you have a little.
I feel really awkward right now.
You have a little scouting report for us?
Oh, yes, we do.
Little scouting report. Oh, wait, I have to give you the math first. I'm sorry. Add Joel Embiid.
It's Talib Kweli. Mathematics is playing. This is your cue.
There you go. Add Joel Embiid to the name I gave you last hour. So it's a simple addition. Add Joel Embiid. You could win tickets to the Sixers' second game Wednesday night of the series against the Washington Wizards. Add Joel Embiid. There you go. So we'll be back next hour with another piece of Sixers jersey math. And I know the people on YouTube tend to be cheaters. We love them, but they tend to cheat.
They're not cheaters.
Well, they're helping.
Don't talk
people
about
cheat.
Mopar and his gang of friends.
They can be an angry mob some days. Don't say gang. They can be an angry mob, and they can be mean some days. Bob, the scouting report, the Wizards show up for the first round matchup.
Yeah. So here's what I'm doing if I'm Doc Rivers. You ready?
Okay.
I'm grabbing a physical 6'4" guard on my second unit. Let's say maybe a Shake Milton, something like that. And I'm saying, okay, you're Russell Westbrook today and tomorrow. Here's what you do. Here's the ball. Oh, you don't have to dribble. Go wherever you want, running with the ball in your hand, and I'm getting my first team to defend him. Because that's what Russell Westbrook can get anywhere he wants. You don't have to worry about the dribble part. You're not really taking it from him that way. So design a defense that you're going against a guy that can get wherever he wants on the floor. Defend that. Make sure Bradley Beal, everybody knows where he is at all times. That's it. That's all. That's all you have. I said yesterday when I gave you a scouting report on Washington that it's a sweep. Nothing changed my mind last night. I know they scored 144 points. Those were two bad teams playing last night. And I was getting texts from people, I don't know, Washington's scaring me a little bit. I understand that, but Indiana was awful last night. Absolutely awful. Here's another key to the series. Russell Westbrook's going to score you a lot of two-pointers.
Yes, he is. Yes.
But guess what? Sixers have a guy that can match that in Joel Embiid. And I'll take Joel Embiid inside anytime. Russell Westbrook is really good. He's going to cause some problems. But after him and Bradley Beal, really, what do you have? And let me give you, I'll give you a number and I'll give you 3 names. First, the 3 names. Daniel Gafford, Alex Len, Robin Lopez.
Good luck.
Oh, man, that's not good.
And the number is 12. 12 is the number you have to
Fouls.
look at for Joel Embiid going to the foul line. It's going to be 12. It should be 12 and over unless the Sixers are totally blowing him out and he doesn't play a fourth quarter. That's what I think you're going to have to do. The question now is, what do you do defensively if you're Doc Rivers? And we'll be lucky enough to ask him today at 9 o'clock. Do you put Ben Simmons and all that energy on a Russell Westbrook chasing him around all over the place? Or do you not let Russell Westbrook, do you have Russell Westbrook go all over and try to have Ben Simmons just completely consume Bradley Beal, meaning not letting him get the ball, being out on him on three-pointers, just using your height advantage and forcing him to dribble inside and take away three-point shots? It's going to be interesting to see what they do. But those are the 2 heads of the snake. They don't have one, they have 2. And your decision is going to be, I think, to cut off one, not both.
I think sometimes the Sixers being touted as a great defensive team is a little overstated. I'm going to find out in this series.
Well, I mean,
because they're always, people around here talk about them as a great defensive team. I think they're a good defensive team.
I think they've ended up finishing the year 3rd in overall net defense. So that's a great team. But you're right. I mean, they have to show it now in the playoffs. If they're going to win a championship, it's on the backs of their defense and Joel Embiid. It's that simple. It's not a complicated.
That's all it is.
It's not a complicated formula.
It shouldn't be that hard.
And here's something that's going to drive Sixers fans crazy. The second unit for the Sixers is going to have to match the energy of Ish Smith coming off the bench. Look, he's a guy that's been all over the league. I think I saw something that he's one of the leaders of teams that's played on different teams, 11 different teams, I believe. But he does bring an energy, and he does bring something to that second unit. You might have to get a Tyrese Maxey out there a little bit to match his energy running all around the floor and staying on him both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, he'll get some run in the first round, I would think.
I think so, too, yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited
it's going to be great.
To see it finally get here.
It's here. Yeah.
I got better for you, though. Golf at Jaws course. Sixers basketball right after. The timing just perfectly timed.
Yeah, that's a nice day.
That is a great day.
Yeah.
That is a great Sunday.
And there's a rumor that after Andrew and Jamie do their unbelievably great Sunday show, that Devon and I might do a little Sixers pregame.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So you're going right after Wake and Bake?
I don't know. I just got the. We'll see. We're in discussion. It looks like
that could be secondhand smoke. Could just
we'll leave you some edibles behind.
Could just take you out on that one. That is absolutely awesome. We greatly appreciate it.
It's going to be great.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, good Sunday.
Yeah, and then after
I will not be having a speaker though listening to you. So I will not hear Wake and Bake this week.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, that's all right.
I'm teeing off
we'll carry
too
the
early.
torch for you.
I will not.
And then right after the game, I'm heading down to Bet Rivers for a Sixers watch party with Tyrone.
How about that?
We'll be hanging out in the sports book watching the game. I'm hoping beers are allowed, and I'll have a couple cold ones with the peeps.
I would say so. Hopefully Monday we're talking about 15.
Yeah.
We're talking about 15. Because you got 16 wins. We got to knock them all off.
All you have to do is go 16-12.
That's all you have to do.
That's it.
That's
not
really
impossible.
They can do that.
Yeah.
Doc Rivers went 16-10.
Yeah, right.
He went 16-10, I think, and so in his championship run, which is the longest of the modern era. All right, coming up, the economy of games played, incredibly important. We'll get to it on a refresher course next. The second half of the John Kincade Show as we celebrate our 100th show next, right here on The Fanatic. My friends at the Parks Casino Sportsbook app have got some great deals for you. You go to parkscasino.com/PA and then use the promo code FANATIC. So the Phillies will try to rebound tonight. Heavy favorites over Boston. This is a great opportunity for them to take advantage of things. How about this one for you here? You've got opportunities with the Pro Hoops play-in tournament now getting run. Golden State, a 4-point favorite at home over Memphis. You got to look and see. You got to like that one. How about in the Lakers series? Phoenix -3 versus the Lakers in the opener. That's a little tasty item. If you're believing the Lakers 2-1 favorites to win the West, you can get that risk-free bet of up to $500. Just go Parx Casino Sportsbook app, use the promo code Fanatic, get a risk-free bet of up to $500. It is like you've got the in-game wagering right in your hand. You're playing fantasy sports as the game goes along. Check out the Parx Casino app. Tell them John Kincade sent you.
Celebrating 100 shows. The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Guys, waking up over and over to pee is not okay. But now, you can reduce those nighttime bathroom trips with the ingredients in Super Beta Prostate P3 Advanced. We're talking about less urges to pee at night, less bathroom trips during the day, and better bladder emptying. That's why Super Beta Prostate is the #1 prostate supplement recommended by urologists. You can try a full 30-day bottle free. Just pay shipping and handling. No strings attached and no commitments to buy. This is a 30-day supply. Absolutely free. Call 1-800-485-0159. Super Beta Prostate is the best-selling brand in major retailers like Walmart. But for this no-strings-attached free bottle, you must call now. Call 1-800-485-0159. Don't miss out on this unprecedented free offer. 1-800-485-0159. 1-800-485-0159.
Sorry to interrupt your jams, murder mystery podcasts, or motivational beach noises, but we got something else you might like to hear. It's called cash. That's the sound of an extra $250 after your first 10 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's right, an extra $250 on top of all the other cash you'll make during those first 10 deliveries. If that sounds good, visit t.uber.com/extra 250. Uber Eats, deliver with us. Limited time offer, terms apply. See t.uber.com/extra 250 for more details.
It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.
Now, my business hours are whenever my customers need me.
My customers want everything now and faster than ever. It's a whole different world.
Your business is changing. The United States Postal Service is changing with it. We're bringing you fast, reliable shipping nationwide, and we're bringing it right when your customers need it. Let's discover new routes. Visit USPS.com/new routes. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
It's time for some straight talk. Sure, saving money feels good, but cutting your wireless bill in half? That feels really good. Like walk-off home run in the 9th inning kind of good. Okay, maybe not that good, but pretty darn good. With Straight Talk, you can get 25 gigs of high-speed data for $45 a month, up to 50% less than the other guys. Plus, no contract. All on America's best networks. Why pay a whole lot when you can pay half? Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble? No one likes that. We can get you set up for the warmer temps ahead. Let's start with a free battery test. If you're just in need of a charge, we can help with that too. And if it's time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination. Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2019.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
For the ones who get going when the going gets tough. And the ones who know we're tougher together. For the Pathfinders breaking new ground. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as fast access to experts and 24/7 customer support. Because we know you have people depending on you. So you can always depend on us. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Summer means longer days and sometimes longer weekends. Make the most of yours with Memorial Day savings now at the Home Depot. In-store, online, store-wide. Get grilling and saving with a 5-burner Next Grill for only $199. Regularly $249. Save on everything from mulch to mowers. Ready, set, summer. Memorial Day savings. Here now, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done while supplies last.
Join me, Tyrone Johnson and Jamie Litch, this Sunday for the Fanatic's official playoff viewing party at Rivers Casino, Philadelphia, starting at 12:30. Catch all the action from the comfort of the Bet Rivers Sportsbook and win great prizes. Rivers Casino Philadelphia is the official partner and home game headquarters for 97.5 The Fanatic's playoff action. For details on our upcoming viewing parties, go to the events page on 97.5thefanatic.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are you ready to see live sports again?
Well, the Jersey Flight is back for the season with their first home game at the Cure Insurance Arena on May 28th. Watch the Jersey Flight tackle the Carolina Cobras. Tickets are on sale now. Don't miss it. May 28th, Jersey Flight take on the Carolina Cobras. Feel the excitement again of seeing football live. Jersey Flight, May 28th at the Cure Arena. Tickets are on sale now at CureInsuranceArena.com.
In business, days don't just come and go. Every day counts. Whatever your day brings, with Comcast Business, you'll have the solutions you need to make the most of it. Like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, the freedom to control your network from anywhere, and advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
Look, it's the weekend, right? We're supposed to have some fun. We got the Sixers on Sunday. What happens, though, if they don't live up to potential? What happens if they don't, say, rise to the occasion? Well, I'm sure you want the Sixers to rise to the occasion, but I'm sure you do as well in the bedroom. But if you're having trouble in that area, I might have a solution for you, and it's my friends at BlueChew.com, because BlueChew.com is an online service that delivers a chewable that has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but at a fraction of the cost. So if you don't like taking pills, this one's a chewable, and it's at a fraction of the cost. It's a win-win. And it's a very simple process. You go to BlueChew.com, and then you consult with a licensed medical professional. Once you're approved, your order is sent directly to your door in a discreet package, so the nosy neighbor doesn't know about it, the kids don't know about it. And it's truly that easy. And for a limited time, which is now through May 30th, you can get your first month of the chewables from BlueChew.com for free. You heard me right. Your first month, completely free. You just have to pay the $5 shipping. You also have to use the promo code 975 at checkout. And look, you've got nothing to lose. Those three little numbers can help you have some excitement on the weekends. There's no waiting in line. The package is shipped directly to your door. Look, I've already sold at this point. So run to BlueChew.com. That's BLUE Chew.com. Enter the promo code 975. You'll get your first month free. Just pay the $5 shipping.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You know we really like you when you listen on the radio, but we love you a little bit extra when you take us with you after your ride on the 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. We appreciate you being a part of our 100th show celebration. The 8 o'clock hour brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. We've got amazing gifts that we're going to be giving away. Some contest prizes. We've got Doc Rivers at 9. We've got Ask Us Anything. Some questions that have been submitted coming up around 10 minutes or so from now. So it's going to be a very, very busy day.
Yeah.
And Bob, you're just checking your messages.
Yeah, my boy Glenn, one of my boys says,
Hey, what's up, Glenn?
He says, "Hey, Coon, congrats on your 100th show.
Good.
Even better, congrats on the 11 good ones."
Hey, 11, that's pretty good.
Did he notate it?
And then
Which
I said,
one was the good ones?
I said, "Means a lot. Thanks, Glenn." Then he goes, "Well, Jamie actually has had 14.
Why would Doc Rivers say that?
Well, I told you, my good friend Glenn.
By the way, so I went out yesterday because I want to take a picture because the basement has been dug for the home, and they've already put the footings in. So Dave the Builder was there, and Dave the Builder is like a hawk, man. He told my wife, remember, tell your husband he cannot go over the curb. Not allowed onto the work site. So I'm taking pictures, and Dave the Builder pulls up. And he says, I want you to know, Anthony Frisco listens every day. So Anthony Frisco
What'd he say, Ant?
is listening every day. So
we appreciate that, Anthony.
We appreciate you, Anthony. And I'm counting on Anthony Frisco to get Dave to loosen up. Loosen up, Dave the Builder. This guy's going to This guy's going to end up on the list. He's going to end up on the list.
I don't think he'd mind.
He will not let me get over the curb.
He doesn't want you around.
He does not want me on the curb.
Yeah.
It's like, what are they trying to hide if I just want to take pictures? Not that I have any expertise that I could figure anything out, believe me.
How far did you drive to take pictures of dirt?
Let me think.
He's got no family here. He's got nothing else to do.
Gosh,
Pat.
it's 24 miles if I go Westchester Pike. 24
you probably
miles.
drove a half hour each way
Yeah.
to take a picture of dirt?
Yeah, take a picture of the house progress. Absolutely. It's a major undertaking.
We got to start hanging out with him or something.
That is not a major undertaking. Seeing a house built.
I got to say, I'm a little bit on John's side here.
You're watching your house get built, Pat.
Yeah,
you're watching dirt.
No,
Nah.
you're watching a lot more than that. They've laid the footings. They've dug out the basement. Remember, a week ago was a flat land.
Pat, it was flat land.
I don't
last
remember
flat
that
land,
because
Pat.
I didn't drive
there
out to
were
see
trees
dirt.
there and dinosaurs at one
My
point.
Am I the only
gosh.
one that thinks he drove an hour to see dirt?
I
Pat,
don't think that's a big
it
deal.
was just flat land last week.
It was flat land. Now there's a basement with footings.
Come
and
on,
I didn't
Pat.
even know what footings were.
Pat,
All
the
right, well, then I
footings
won't-
are in.
The footings are in, Pat.
What's wrong with you?
You guys sold me, okay?
I didn't even know what footings were.
Let's do a live broadcast at the Plat of Dart.
By the way,
should.
I still do not know what footings are.
I don't.
I
either.
don't understand.
Is that the framework for the foundation?
Yes.
Okay.
I take it as that. That's what it looked like. But Dave the Builder, man, he's a hawk. He is a hawk.
He doesn't want you around.
Yes. As I've just gotten two people. Tell Egan to shut up.
You did not get two people.
Yes,
That's
I
your
did.
opinion.
Come on right now. I'll show you the
I
two.
can't.
right
I'm
here.
behind the-
Come
who's
right
gonna
here.
press the buttons?
No, come on right
No,
around
who's
right
gonna
now.
press the
No,
buttons?
You get plenty of time. Tell Egan to shut up.
Here, I'll take a
He'll
look.
know. He'll know when he makes
take
it.
a look.
Right here. Look. Read that one.
What's it say, Jamie?
It's right.
He'll know when he makes it.
Tell
He'll
Egan
know
to
when he makes
He'll
it.
know when he makes it, like you. And then here's another one.
Pat has no life experience to relate to. He's just a baby.
Pat has no life experience to relate to.
What
He's just a
coward
baby.
said that?
And by the
Wow.
way, 804-804. So they're
Harsh.
actually texting me at the moment going,
What
is Pat
coward said
such-
that?
Is Pat
I
such
want a name.
nonsense?
Put a name
My
behind it, you
gosh.
coward.
They'll
You're nothing but
gladly
a
do
troll.
that. If I could give them one of the Parks Casino gift packs, I would right
Let
now.
me give them a life experience, huh? Catch these hands.
Hey, remember that? Here's another one. Come on, Pat. Stop. Every normal person would go and take pics. There's another one right in. You were getting ratio.
Wow.
On this one.
I'm not. I didn't put the tweet out, so I can't get
There
ratio.
you go.
I'm
So
just-
he's
R.I.P.
people
Egan.
disagree. Well, I made it 100 shows, guys. It was fun.
Remember that economy of games played matters. Let's assume that you average 6 games every round. That gives you a hard-fought victory in 24 games, right? So economy, you're thinking 24 games is fine. If you played 6 games every series, that's fine to go win an NBA championship. But the current 4 series of 7 games each format has existed since the 2003 season. So we've had 18 years of it. The champion averages 21.6 games. And it's 18 years of data, so this isn't a small sample size. That means the average champion plays 2 5-game series and 2 6-game series. They play roughly 21 and a half games to 22. I think that requires you to be efficient early. If I was to assume you're going to face the Nets and the Clippers, the Nets and the Lakers to try to win an NBA championship, you better be efficient early. The champion, most commonly, by the way, plays 10.7 games in the first 2 rounds. So 11 games is the most common that the champion ever gets pushed. So what the Sixers need most to find is efficiency. No distractions, no injuries, a little smooth sailing to give you a little wiggle room at the back end. By the way, Doc Rivers' team in this modern era playoff format since 2003 played the most games, to win a championship, 26. And no one has played 26 like them, and no one has played 25. So only one team has played more than 24 and won a title. And by the way, only one team has played 24. So you've got to be efficient. If the Sixers find themselves in 7 games, 6 games early, it doesn't bode well for winning a championship, and this is like a generation of data.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You shouldn't really struggle with the inferior opponents, and that's who you're going to have in the first 2 rounds.
Do you think that's the indicator that if you struggled early, it shows you weren't as good as people think you were?
Well, I mean, I think rest helps a lot this time of the year. So if you can be more rested than a Milwaukee or Brooklyn going into the Eastern Conference Finals, I think it's a tremendous benefit. I don't think it's rocket science. I think, Tobias Harris has been nursing a knee injury all year. Anytime you can get Joel Embiid more rest is a good thing. Ben Simmons is going to be playing, in all likelihood, probably close to 40 minutes a night. He's going to have to carry this team on his defense with some of the guys he's going to have to be up against. So the more rest, the better. I expect maybe one loss in each round at most, but they should get it done in 10 or 11 games.
Yeah, I think your dominant teams do that. It's something that I talked about before. You don't care about the opponent, you care about yourself. So in early rounds, yourself is better than the other team. And you show that and you dominate it. And yeah, John, I do think that is the case where you don't mess around with first round, second round opponents.
If you're going to be a champion, that's what Doc's team was weird.
Yeah.
Doc's team is the total outlier that took 26 games to win a title. That's the complete outlier because the next number is 24. So Doc's year was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the number tends to be 23, 22.
Yeah, and Doc won with a point guard that, let's face it, didn't shoot in Rajon Rondo. So he knows what he's going to be up against here. He knows, what to exploit, what to counter, and how to get the offense moving without a point guard that doesn't really shoot. So
there you go.
This is not uncharted territory for him.
You can't convince me that more rest isn't a good thing for this team.
Absolutely.
You can't. I mean, Tobias Harris has had this knee injury that popped up, in March that we never heard about. But, I mean, this team needs rest. That's the whole load management argument. Give me more rest. That's what you get from earning the first seed.
All right, a first caller right now at 610-632-0975 is going to win a fantastic prize pack from our friends at Parks Casino. How about this? $100 in free slot play and a $100 gift certificate for Parks Grill, the Liberty Bell Gastropub, or the Liberty Bell Beer Garden.
God, I love a beer garden.
Well, that's $200 gift just for being the first caller, and Connor is waiting to take your call at 610-632-0975. And YouTube, folks, hang on. I will have something for you before the top of the hour. So you have to be on YouTube to win a fabulous prize coming up. So how about that? Doc Rivers coming your way at 9 o'clock, too, so it should be great. All right, it's the debut. Coach, it turns to you. You came up with this idea of ask us anything, right? So that's the deal is ask us anything?
Started on Reddit, and I think Coach is a big Reddit guy, so he probably just stole it from there.
A lot of the comments come from the YouTube channel and the Twitch channel.
And we love those folks that listen every day, watch every day, contribute every day. So you came up with you just sampled some of the best questions?
Yeah, well, they're not the best questions. They're just interesting questions.
Okay. So now we've got each of them. Want to get started here?
Well, hang on.
As time moves forward and the Earth revolves around the sun, there are many questions in the universe that are left unanswered. Today, we try and answer the unanswered. And answer the questions that remain without answers? We ask the questions about things we don't know about. Oh, what the f***? Just ask us anything.
There we go. Ask us anything. We've got envelopes in front of us. We do not know the questions.
You're coming to us for help.
Oh, boy. This could be trouble. I'll go to my first envelope. And it is... from Cliff Diver Philly 4. I think that's on his driver's license too, strangely. JK, I have really stinky feet. No matter what I do to wash them, they still stink. What do I do when my new girlfriend wants to get frisky and I'm afraid to take my shoes off?
Ooh.
I think what you need to do is you need to go to a place like where you can get a pedicure.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually have a salts bath or whatever that they can put your feet in. Supposedly it only lasts for like 5 or 7 days.
Yeah.
When you know you've got date night coming,
get ready.
You go in advance, you get your feet taken care of. She's going to think, man, his feet look good and they don't smell bad.
Yeah.
That'd be my suggestion.
That's pretty good. I would
tip
recommend, as somebody that has stunk up some sneakers in their life, I found success with pumice stones. Because I think the stink gets caught in the callous skin and dead skin. Take a pumice stone to your foot and get some of that dead skin off.
All right.
Keep the sneakers on, dude.
Now when you're making whoopee?
Yeah, why not?
Really?
You gonna kick her? I mean, come on, they don't come into play. It's good traction.
Maybe she's into foot stuff.
You're going to kick her?
I mean, yeah.
I'm with Bob.
Feet don't come into
You're
play.
with Bob,
All right.
leave the sneakers on.
Yeah, no, nothing weird about that.
Leave the sneakers on so when her husband comes home, you can make a quick exit.
Oh, boy. There we go.
All right, here we go. This is from Crossfire Dave. What is the weirdest food you eat? I like uncooked waffle batter.
What?
Now, let me tell you something, Crossfire Dave. I often, as I've told you, I always make breakfast for my family on the weekends. When I do make waffle batter or pancake batter, I'm not going to deny that when I take the spoon out for mixing that I give it a good little... It's not bad. The weirdest thing I eat... I eat food weirdly, like a Snickers bar. I eat weirdly.
Yeah.
But I guess the weirdest thing I consume is flat soda every once in a while. I don't like soda that has a lot of bubbles.
Okay.
I'm an idiot.
But I don't eat anything too weird. I would say like room temperature left out pizza for like 48 hours might be the weirdest.
That is very weird.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of stuff that's been sitting out if it's already been cooked. So I'll roll with that.
And what's weird is I eat nothing weird.
I don't think I do anymore
either. I can't think of any weird thing that
When I was young, I used to eat dry ramen noodles with the chicken flavoring on it. I would just sprinkle some of that on and eat the dry noodles.
Is it weird to just
That's weird.
get one of those shakers of containers of blueberries and just grab a handful and eat them?
No, not at all.
That's not weird.
No.
I'm a very picky eater, so I can't think of anything.
I'm not
raw. When I was young, raw hot dogs, I would sneak out and do this.
What's wrong with you?
Geez.
Yeah, I told you about the cottage cheese and jelly sandwich on toast. That was and one of my favorite snacks, because we didn't have anything, was bologna, and I would put peanut butter on it and roll it up and eat that. Bologna and peanut butter.
All right, what do you got there?
Jamie used to eat a bagel with peanut butter and
that's
onion.
not true. You hacked my Twitter. This one is from Ennis Beaver. If you're
Nice beaver.
I just had it stuffed recently.
Very good.
Anybody know that movie?
Yes, Naked Gun.
Yeah, it's good work by you. Ennis Beaver says, if your crew, there were...
What?
This isn't English. If your crew was in a burning building, in order from first to last, who would you save?
Wow.
That's diabolical.
That is
pretty
diabolical.
Well, I would put Egan on my back and carry him, and I've known Bob longer, John, so nothing
you'd go Bob
personal.
first?
I'd save Bob, but Egan would be on my backs, and then I'd come back for you. And
I like your honesty.
Coach might be last.
I like your honesty of answer.
What are you looking at me for?
Answer it, you coward.
This is for your question.
Yeah,
Now
it's
we
your
all
question.
answer.
I think I'd give Pat a boost up to the window, and then I would make sure that I would go in order of age.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'd worry more about you than Bob, because I would say younger children. I would always think who has the younger children to take care of.
Oh.
So I would make sure that you guys had the younger children
that's
to take
deep.
care of.
All right,
That's
so
nice.
heat rises.
Yes.
So
I'd be
leave Pat. He'd
I'd
be
be
on
safe
his own.
to
No,
leave.
but so he could stay under the heat that's rising. I think I would go in order of age, I think. So I think I'd get John, and I think you, Jagaloons, would be on your own.
That's fair.
Although I think for job security, Coach is probably right there with me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm leaving all
There
you
we
guys
go.
in there. I'm going out first.
All right. Pat, do you have one there?
Well, Bob, you're last now. I mean, that hurt.
There
You're
you
just going
go.
to leave me
No,
to
I
fend
mean,
for
your
myself.
letter.
I said
your
that you're
letter.
in the best
this
shape
is running
and you-
late.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to go too.
Yeah,
He was
okay.
looking at it
We're
scientifically.
going too late on this.
All right.
Well, if you didn't break it down like the Zapruder film there, Johnny.
All right.
We got Marcus P. If you killed someone, which one of your colleagues would you call to help bury the body? This isn't even difficult. It's Anthony. I'm calling
it's
Anthony.
on the show.
It says colleagues. Anthony's a colleague.
No,
I answered the question.
Our crew.
John, you talk too much, so you would spill the beans. Bobby, want to say a word?
Yeah, I think Bobby would be good.
Bob and I would both have the best contacts to get it done.
Jamie would tweet about it.
Dug a hole.
Yeah, Jamie would be on Instagram Live with it or
Just
something.
GPS location.
Hey, Mr. Snuffy asked a question. JK, if you had airplane wings for arms, would you give your friends free rides or would you charge them? How far?
Airplane wings for ours.
How far am I asking to bring them? So I would think about a reasonable fare. I would think a reasonable fare. I charge.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
All right, I got Samantha Thomas. Besides putting Icy Hot where Shaq did on his balls, what other weird body part would you put Icy Hot on?
Hey, man, my balls are on fire.
I don't think I'd put it on a weird body part. There's only one other weird body part
The nipples?
besides the balls.
The nipples, Bob?
If I had to put them on the nipples, I'd put them on the nipples.
I have a cheat code.
What's that?
You got to be out in the cold all day? You going to an Eagles game or something like that?
Icy hot on the nipples?
Cayenne pepper in the socks? Icy hot on your feet?
It's like an old surfer's trick. If you put Vaseline, it keeps the wind from keeping you cold.
See, there you go.
Maybe a little butt crack action. That might feel a little weird.
Yeah, I don't think I did that.
That wouldn't be good.
I don't want that area. Cool,
You guys are
cool
good.
and hot.
All right, Klinger69. Jamie, please give Connor some internet dating site words of advice and one great pickup line. Come to the wrong person. I have no game. Internet dating site words of advice. I would say get rid of any mirror selfies that you have on there.
Put a shirt on. We learned that from Cosmo.
Yeah.
Put a freaking shirt on.
Well, don't put the shirt on you had on the other day, though.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't think pickup lines work. I think people see right through them. I think just be yourself.
Is it hot in here? Or is it just you?
How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice. Hi, I'm Connor.
I would go with you sing Country Road, and then you point at them, and then when they say take me home, you say that's a little forward, but if you insist.
It's not bad.
All right, let's go to, I got this one here. It is from Jen Moffitt. What's sexier, shower with your partner or bath with your partner? I'm the wrong person. I didn't know there was an option. I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
Shower all day long.
Yeah, the bath
I don't know.
seems
The
cumbersome.
bath?
I'm bad.
I think I'm bad.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Both are cool.
Wow, I'm shocked at that.
Yeah.
Both are cool.
Yeah.
Shower, it's in your face and stuff.
Yeah, it becomes annoying. You get to play a little footsies, and you can get the foot on the butt action in the bath.
Yeah.
Some bubbles.
We know what Jamie's into.
Some candles in the bath.
Jesus,
a little
all right,
Sade.
It's a little sexier.
So then last
Jamie's
night
done
we
this.
brought in a
Shower's
bottle of
utilitarian. The
Menage
bath you
a trois.
enjoy.
In the new home, did you put a
porno
tub
shower?
Did you put a tub in the bathroom?
I don't know what the bathroom's getting.
In the
It's getting redone. I don't know if she's getting.
You don't even
a tub
know if you did what's going on in there.
I don't.
We did not. We put bigger shower, no tub. There's tubs in other bathrooms in the house.
We're putting a shower in the downstairs, no tub. Upstairs, we're combining two. I honestly don't know if there's a tub or not, and I know I'm going to get a bad test.
By the way, the
Sex fellas.
You don't care. You don't
bench
pay
in the
attention.
shower. Bench in the shower is great.
The
too.
bench in the shower is awesome.
It is great. So you can get that done. We appreciate you, everybody who has an opportunity to chime in every single day. I looked at some of the comments earlier. Some people have very strange opinions of us. I noticed from things from time to time. They just Ryan Doherty or Doherty said JK's the guy that voted for every kid to get a participation trophy at the end of the season. You know, he never won a Little League championship as a kid. He didn't. No, I didn't. I never won a Little League championship, but in exactly the opposite fashion. My daughter's she will not even accept a runner-up trophy. We don't display them. And my wife, her biggest gripe is she hates the fact that my daughter says second place is the first loser. She thinks that I've done my daughter a disservice by saying second place is the first loser. And I, as a coach, well, we finished first most of the time. But as a coach, we never accepted a runner-up trophy. I would not have my captain go and accept it. We wouldn't accept it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't accept the run-up trophy. We didn't want it.
I get both schools of thinking.
It's weird, though, what people think you would be about.
I like how he assumed you never won a Little League championship.
Oh, no, but he was right about that. No, I got to give Ryan that. I was absolutely never that. But we never accepted a second-place trophy as a team. Just say.
But wait, did you ever accept a second-place trophy?
What do you mean?
When they gave you a second place trophy, did you say I'll accept that?
Did I accept it as a team?
I mean, as a team, did you ever accept it?
No.
Okay.
We didn't want the second place trophy.
So you never accepted it?
We didn't want it.
Okay.
No, you didn't want the trophy. Don't have it. Don't have it. Can't have it. Hey, by the way, if you're on YouTube right now,
such a smack.
The first person, Pat is premenstrual. He is literally premenstrural. Pat, seriously, I said to you earlier it'd be good if you came to work today. You are premenstrual.
9:30 hour.
On a happy day.
Watch YouTube, and John's gonna punch you in the face.
My God, I would suggest that right now, if you're on YouTube, do not get off. And if you are not on YouTube yet, get onto our YouTube channel a fabulous prize awaits somebody on YouTube in the next half hour. Doc Rivers at 9 and more. It's the John Kincade Show, and you're listening to The Fanatic. You know, as a two-time cancer survivor, I know what it takes. It takes cancer research to save lives. There are like 17 million Americans like me walking the face of the earth because of people like you and people like the American Association for Cancer Research, which is now the official charity partner of this, the John Kincade Show. They're trying to defeat devastating diseases, and you can imagine what research does. Well, what research does is it saves lives. And donations from private citizens like you and me add up to big breakthroughs. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the great research done, based right here in Philadelphia, from the American Association for Cancer Research. So what do I want you to do? I want you to donate today to the AACR. Its members drive progress. Join and donate the scientists and doctors who help save my lives and who might help save the lives of a family member of yours. You can give today in honor of someone who didn't make it. You can give in honor of someone today who's fighting the battle right now. Or you can do it in celebration of somebody that did survive. Check it out. Donate online at aacr.org/fanatic. aacr.org/fanatic, because cancer research saves lives.
Celebrating 100 shows. The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Wawa Rewards members can now get a free hot or iced coffee every Tuesday through the Wawa app. Try our new Boosted Blend hot coffee with 22% more caffeine and more energy to get through the day. But why Tuesday? Because you made it through Monday. Free Coffee Tuesdays through May includes our new Boosted Blend coffee with 22% more caffeine. It's our way of saying thank you for being a regular at Wawa. See store for details. Gotta have a Wawa.
What's for dinner, you ask? At Wawa, we've got the answer, no matter what you're craving. Because Wawa now has dinner. Every day starting at 4 p.m., you'll find crave-worthy dinner options that will make everyone happy. Like fettuccine Alfredo, kids' meals, delicious Angus burgers, French fries, and more. Choose in-store, curbside, or delivery. Wawa Dinner. Sounds good.
Hey, it's Anthony Gargano. The uncles. Let me talk about my uncles. Uncle Greg and Uncle Paul, family, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. They're going all out. It's the Jeep Freedom Days. Yeah. Huge savings all month long, like 0% financing on all your favorite new models. Take a vacation from car payments this summer. That's right, no payments till Labor Day. Complete the entire car buying process online. They'll even deliver right to your doorstep like it's a pizza. You'd rather visit in person, not a problem. They make that easy and safe, too. Just schedule an appointment. They'll take care of the rest. Celebrate 80 years of Jeep at Philly's original Jeep dealer. Call, click, go visit them today. Philadelphia Airport Auto Mall. Just remember one thing. At Family Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you're more than a customer. You're family. Online anytime, familyautos.com. See the uncles for details. The offer expires May 31st, 2021.
It's like I blinked and suddenly all my business shifted to e-commerce.
Now, my business hours are whenever my customers need me.
My customers want everything now and faster than ever. It's a whole different world.
Your business is changing. The United States Postal Service is changing with it. We're bringing you fast, reliable shipping nationwide, and we're bringing it right when your customers need it. Let's discover new routes. Visit USPS.com/new routes. The United States Postal Service. Priority you.
Summer means longer days and sometimes longer weekends. Make the most of yours with Memorial Day savings now at the Home Depot. In-store, online, store-wide. Get grilling and saving with a 5-burner Next Grill for only $199. Regularly $249. Save on everything from mulch to mowers. Ready, set, summer. Memorial Day savings. Here now, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done while supplies last.
It's time for some straight talk. Sure, saving money feels good, but cutting your wireless bill in half? That feels really good. Like walk-off home run in the 9th inning kind of good. Okay, maybe not that good, but pretty darn good. With Straight Talk, you can get 25 gigs of high-speed data for $45 a month, up to 50% less than the other guys. Plus, no contract. All on America's best networks. Why pay a whole lot when you can pay half? Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Turn off your laptop. We're on vacation.
It's a staycation. You haven't left the backyard.
But we said no work.
I'm on TotalWine.com. They have so many rosés and pinots. Oh, let's make this a tropical vacation. Do you want tequila or rum?
Well, both. Oh, get a Prosecco. And I'd love more of those craft wheat beers.
It's a good thing Total Wine has low prices.
Wondrous selection, helpful guides, ridiculously low prices. Total Wine and more. Discover new flavors to make this summer even more fun at TotalWine.com.
Honey, we need to clear the air.
I'm sorry, and I promise it'll never happen again.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
The Bryan Evolution Air Purifier captures and kills up to 99% of select viruses and bacteria. And Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractors will do whatever it takes to provide your family with this healthier, cleaner air, including great financing offers on a new energy-efficient system. To find a Pierce Phelps Bryant contractor near you, visit nopaybryant.com.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
It's Small Business Month, and Dell Technologies and Windows are celebrating your unstoppable drive. Save up to 45% on powerful PCs with Windows 10 Pro to work from anywhere. Plus top monitors and docks for the ultimate business setup. All with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find the right business tech, server, storage, and cloud solutions at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for Small Business Month savings.
At Unibet Online Casino, play hundreds of slots, new and exclusive. Plus, table games with live dealers at your fingertips. Win weekly jackpots at Unibet Online Casino and get non-stop rewards, starting with a $500 deposit match. Download our app or visit pa.unibet.com to get $30 free. Deposit is simple with a credit card or PayPal with a deposit match up to $500. Unibet Online Casino. In association with Mohegan Sun Pocono. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania to bet. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The playoffs are here, and you'll be in hoops heaven betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge Casino. With so many exciting matchups, FanDuel is taking the excitement to another level. New and existing users can bet risk-free throughout the playoffs, and new users can get up to $1,000 back if your first bet doesn't win. Once you have an account, you can bet same-game parlay risk-free every week. So you can combine money line, point spread, player points, first basket score, and so much more to win a huge payout. And if you don't win, you'll get $10 back. Basketball fans, now is the perfect time to give FanDuel a shot. Just sign up with promo code Bob to bet the playoffs risk-free, exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. 21 and older and present in Pennsylvania. Risk-free bet for first online real money wager only, and refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Same game parlay refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Same game parlay available for multiple sports in all states on mobile and web. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, if you ever wondered, I do talk straight through the breaks.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Doc Rivers joins the show at 9 o'clock, right here on The Fanatic. We look forward to having him join us as we celebrate our 100th show. I understand Burgervana from Parks Casino, the newest eatery at Parks Casino, bringing by some food for us, too, coming up a little bit later.
I am ready.
By the way, the Liberty Bell Beer Garden is reopening this Wednesday.
Beer garden season.
It'll be open Wednesday through Sundays with a full dinner menu, 24 rotating craft beers, wine, specialty frozen cocktails, sports on giant screens, indoor and outdoor seating. Oh, wait a minute. And the Sixers are in the playoffs. Oh, wow. It sounds like a good place to be. Gamble, Sixers, eat.
Probably get a nice Bavarian-style pretzel in a beer garden.
You can do something like that. It's
maybe
great.
some sausages.
Okay, I'm baffled by something. Why is Pat Egan so insistent about stuff that he knows nothing about?
Wow.
Because I got to ask this. It is absolutely – because I and Jamie, Pat, so you can read 3 emails. It is completely false that it has ever been proven that they found Amelia Earhart. Okay. And Pat argued it, blue in the face, that you're wrong, you didn't see this?
Yeah, I tweeted you the article that I knew that this would happen. I knew that because
this is the best part of it.
I knew that because you hadn't heard it, and you would poo-poo anything I sent you regarding the information.
Well, no, Pat, it's unproven. They never have found remains.
So the bones were of a white woman that were of Amelia Earhart's height, weight, and all that.
It is completely unfounded for anyone that they can prove that any belongs.
Let's kick this to Bob Cooney real quick, because I believe in sourcing and having good sourcing. You should trust,
Bob's a journalist.
Pat, what was the website you sent us?
Crack.com.
Well, then
Wait, what?
Crack.com is a really good website.
And
you guys can sit here and because, once again, because you guys haven't heard of it, let's poo-poo it, right?
I know, Cracked. I used to get the magazine.
No, I'm not talking about you, Bob. I'm talking about these two jagaloons here who didn't hear it. So,
Pat, does the Smithsonian Institute?
That's fine. Look,
is that better than Cracked?
No,
I'm just wondering, is it better
are
than
the emailers better than Cracked,
Is
John?
Smithsonian
Are your emailers?
Is Smithsonian better than the emailers? Are actually giving documentation.
Sure, cool.
Remember how we thought me boxing a kangaroo was the dumbest thing we've talked about?
Yeah, this has exceeded it.
Never been proven at all.
Totally.
What do you think about Crack.com as a source, Bob?
I'd have to do some research.
Legitimate website? You can do that. Or you can always go to Wikipedia.
I used to get the Cracked magazine when I was young, looking for some laughs.
There you go.
Yeah.
Find out some great things. Doc Rivers will join us at 9.
You're
He'll
the best,
be found.
Cracked.com.
It's fun. You guys can believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe.
Absolutely. We can. The YouTube viewers are getting something. Could this be something a reaction to the vaccine? The second vaccine. We're now having a study. I think the CDC is going to swoop in and put Pat into some sort of a tent. There's going to be a tent in the parking lot. They're going to ask Pat to go there. He says he's turning crazy on us right in front of us. I love it when a coach makes a meal out of the ingredients that he's got to cook with. And I got to tell you, they took Jonathan Gannon out of the secret vault that they had him in, or a cave, or wherever. We finally got to hear from Jonathan Gannon. And as sort of unimpressed as I've been by Nick Sirianni, able to sort of articulate what he wants to do, I got to tell you, a little bit of a boy crush going on Jonathan Gannon's approach. His resume I absolutely like, and I like the fact that 3 other NFL teams wanted him as defensive coordinator, wanted to interview him for defensive coordinator, that this guy had stock that people were looking for. I also love the fact that he comes out and he says, look, I don't have a scheme. I'm going to look at the players we've got, and then I'm going to approach our defense accordingly. I love that answer, Bob. I love the answer. I love the guy's his calmness, his approach to things, and again, I love the fact that 3 other teams wanted to talk to him for defensive coordinator. That to me, he was a sought-after candidate.
Love nothing better in a coach than when he says, I haven't seen my talent yet. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I understand that people have philosophies, have schemes that they think, and maybe sometimes rightfully so, that no matter who they implement into it, that it will work. But until you see what you have, I love when a coach does that.
Square pegs, round holes doesn't work for you.
Exactly. I'm not going to try to run an upbeat offense if I have 5 slow guys out there that are all 7 feet tall. What are you doing?
Then you go bully ball.
Yeah, I mean that's what I
you
love
approach it
about a coach, and it was probably Brett Brown's undoing in that he wanted to jack 3-pointers. It was the way of the NBA, the way of Europe coming over to the NBA and having its influx on that, and it wasn't right with the team that he had.
But Bill Parcells wins 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. Then he goes to New England, and Jamie, he completely runs a completely different offense. He was like ground and pound, move the ball control, everything with the Giants.
Yeah.
Then he gets to New England with Drew Bledsoe, and he throws it all over the place. And running became almost optional. He was one of the real first coaches that went real heavy pass run. Bill Parcells said, I'll deal with what I got.
Yeah.
I'll cook with what I got.
And Belichick, to the same degree, coaches each game to the weaknesses of his opponents. If you're ever concreted in your ways as a coach, you're going to die. You have to adapt to your opponent, to yourselves, to your strengths, to your weaknesses. I loved what he said yesterday, which was, I have to find out what these guys do well first and then go about how we're going to attack it. He said, I'm not going to be stuck in any scheme. We're going to do what's necessary to win. And Jim Schwartz, the big complaint we had was like forcing guys into situations they weren't good at. And he was okay. I'm not trying to pile on Jim Schwartz here, but he was stubborn. He was stuck in his ways. And I think what you've heard from Gannon, the first glimpse we got was, I'm going to do whatever it takes to play to my players' strengths and damn a scheme. I'm going to do what works.
This is is he the anti Jim Schwartz, Pat?
I hope so.
I know
this was music to my ears. Because too many times coaches get so arrogant that they think that their scheme is superior to a lack of talent from their players, so they don't change anything because, it'll work out, and I'm Jim Schwartz. I know it all. Like, dude, you don't. You don't. So thank God Gannon said this.
And this guy, and once again, it is just, it may be a bias on my part that means nothing. Just watch Jonathan Gannon answer questions. He's not acting like he's a contestant on The Price is Right. He's totally calm, and he is able to address every question without a bunch of ums and uhs, and he's just he's just poised. He's confident.
Yeah,
and that maybe is a bias on my part to wondering how do you handle yourself when you're put in that spotlight. Gannon seems to me like a guy, he conducted himself yesterday like a guy that I could see one day being an NFL head coach.
Yeah, and that will go over with some players just the way it went over with you, John, right? It gives you a confidence feel of this guy knows what he's doing, where we look at Sirianni sometimes, and I love the enthusiasm, and I hear what you're saying.
And you're excited about that. You're excited about it.
I am excited about it. But I'm not too dumb to think I'm older than Nick Sirianni in his way, although it might not carry through with the likes of me and you or veterans on a football team. There is a whole bunch of people that it will carry through, too. It's up to a coach, not only schematically how to read players, but also how you handle yourself to how to read players. I hope Nick Sirianni knows enough that, okay, my hyper self relates to these guys, but not to these guys, and knows when to adjust.
Yeah, they could be a perfect pairing. I mean, if Gannon's the cool, calm, steady guy, and Sirianni is the excitable, get the passion out of the players guy, that could be a perfect mix. Unfortunately, when you have a really good coordinator, there's short life spans, and I don't want to have to go through this again in 2 years of finding a new D coordinator, but if he's a hot name out there like, Adam Schefter and others have told us he is, unfortunately we could be, if he gets something out of this defense, he'll be gone in 2 or 3 years.
Why would you even say that?
Well, we don't want it, but it's a truth.
I don't want
before
it.
The horse over here, Jamie.
You saw him.
We're already talking about this guy getting fired somewhere else.
No, I hear you, but
he absolutely.
But he presents head coaches.
He presents head coaches.
Yeah, no, he does.
Yeah. And that made me feel good. And I knew, Pat, that would put a smile on your face today because you were very frustrated with the old defense coordinator.
I couldn't stand him.
Because he was tied.
I can't stand you.
Hey, whether it's next day delivery or getting involved in your local community, Napa goes above and beyond to serve you because their motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. I told our YouTube viewers and our YouTube family to get on in, and there'd be a special prize for them, too. Okay? So I've got one of those Parks Casino giveaways right now for them. We're talking a certificate for a $100 in free slot play and a $100 gift certificate for Parks Grill, the Liberty Bell Gastropub, or the Liberty Bell Beer Garden, which I told you reopens on Wednesday. So for our YouTube family, this is going to be very important that everybody follows directions. And by the way, you will have to reach out to Coach later, follow directions to be able to get your prize. The first person that types in my alma mater wins.
Which alma mater?
High school.
My
alma mater. First person that types in of our YouTube, you will win.
And what will they win, John? $100 each.
$100 free slot play. Woo! $100 gift certificate for Parks Grill.
That's
Liberty
a fun
Bell
day at a
Gastropub,
casino right there.
Or Liberty Bell Beer Garden. So there it is. So the first one, so I'll monitor the signs here and see who does that. So people keep going, me. Brandon jumped too early. People said Temple. And Seamus wins.
Way to go, Seamus.
Seamus wins.
Great name, Seamus.
So Seamus wins. Seamus. Coach will reach out to you, Seamus. You are the winner.
Nice work, Seamus.
Seamus took care of business there, knowing that Cardinal O'Hara was my high school alma mater. I knew Temple would be too easy. So that was a little bit easier there. We've got some Sixers jersey math, too, coming up here. So if you've been listening, you've got the opportunity to be able to do. Let's do it here. This hour, add Seth Curry. So we're having you do simple math today, it appears. We've given you 3 names. Add Seth Curry in your jersey math. Next hour, you get the final command. The first person to respond with the correct number next hour is going to win tickets to see the Sixers take on the Washington Wizards in Game 2 of their series coming up on Wednesday night. So how about that for you? All coming up. Doc Rivers, too, coming up here at the top of the hour. The law firm for injured workers, check it out. It's Martin Law. Visit paworkinjury.com. So there you go. There's pandering and there's not pandering in the linchpin.
This is the linchpin.
I had you in mind when I saw this, John.
I'm just going to tell you, he's trying very hard.
Oh, he's trying very hard. And
really
I
hard.
love it. Nick Sirianni, the head coach of the Eagles, is giving me big Ted Lasso vibes. And have you guys watched it yet?
I have not.
Come on, man. Let's go.
It's so good. It's such a feel-good show.
It's such a positive, awesome show.
I don't know if it's positive.
And
Get
they,
around to it.
They have a little nod to the Sixers in the
Yes,
show
they do.
at one point.
Come on. Watch the show. I'm imploring you. Nick Sirianni is reminding me of Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso's main thing is an overwhelming positive force that he brings to his new, English football club that he shouldn't be coaching. But he wins over his players through the force of positivity, to hearing them out, understanding what they want from him, and opening the doors of a good relationship. That's basically what Ted Lasso is. And then once you get your players and connect with them, it breeds winning. That's his whole philosophy on coaching, more or less. Nick Sirianni is giving me those vibes. So this week in practice or OTAs or whatever the hell you want to call it, he was out there with a Brandon Graham 55 shirt on. Now, is it placating to his veteran leaders? Yeah, it is. But you can't tell me the players don't dig that. I think
they do.
I think they buy into that because Nick Sirianni and Brandon Graham are 3 years apart in age, if that, maybe 5 at most.
Sirianni's 39, right?
And Graham's what now, 34?
34 probably, yeah.
Yeah, so about 5 years.
But they're sort of contemporaries.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a hat tip to a great player in Eagles history, a leader. I think he's slowly winning over the veterans first, and it'll have a trickle-down effect throughout the team.
Bob, do you coaches that you've covered, have you found that they tend to take that tactic, or do they tend to go the opposite direction? Get everybody to come into their world.
I've seen both. I've seen both where you want to be
liked. How was
liked.
Brett, by the way?
Brett was more of the friend. I'm the coach, but I'm the friend too.
Okay.
Doug Collins was more of the I'm the coach. I have no idea.
What was Eddie Jordan?
I have no idea what Eddie Jordan
We're
was.
still trying to figure that out.
Still trying. But you get both. And the guys that I think are the best are the ones that handle both sides well. It's almost like I said about my dad. He would always say, look, you might not like my rules, but at least if you know them, you know what is expected of you. And I think that's kind of a Pop thing. You talked yesterday about him taking guys to dinner.
Yeah.
I think his players know when he's the coach and when he's the friend. And I think that's maybe the hardest and most important thing for a coach to find the guideline of.
It's such a thin line to walk. And I am really worried that he's going to struggle walking it. And he wouldn't be the first guy to do it, but you run the risk of being the overly positive substitute teacher, kind of like Brett Brown, who's so consumed with being that positive force that guys walk all over you. That's what I'm worried about.
Look, you're justified in that way of thinking, but if I'm telling you, if he wins over Brandon Graham and Jason Kelsey, the trickle-down effect is they will keep the younger guys and the locker room in line.
Well, and I hope you're right.
He has to win them over.
The argument against that, though, would be they're not going to be here in a year or two.
What did you... Yeah, that's true, too. All right, what did you do, Bob, as a coach? Like a coaching tactic where you maybe tried to do something like that? Or did you when you coached?
As far as friendly or
no,
fun?
As far as
or?
like to get people to buy in, to get the guys to buy in to
your mantra.
I think you have to prove it first and foremost. Like you can say you want to do something or this will work. you have to do it well enough that they see the proof in the pudding. So to me, it was, I can say, let's run this play, and I say, this is what we want to do. Because this is how I was taught, I was to the extreme of that every player had to know exactly what they're doing on every play, to the point of your eyes need to go here and then come back here. Your head needs to turn this way to sell a defender because you're going to come that way. I was very meticulous because that's the way I was taught.
One of the things I did was we would have things where if we didn't do certain things, there'd be like a little penalty for the team. Stupid penalties was one of them. They'd have to run the stands, but I would run the stands with them.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
So
That's good.
I would run along with the team saying it's for everybody.
Yeah.
So we're running the stands. I'm going to run the stands with you.
That's
do
good.
that. I also always said, whoever my captains were, I let them police things where I didn't police them.
I think that's huge.
And these are, I just say, you're going to take care of this for me.
Yeah, and like Pat said, yeah, they might not be here in a year or two, and they might not be. But it's all about establishing the foundation first.
Yeah,
and you need those guys. Yeah, the footings.
The footing.
On the pile of dirt. So I think he's establishing the footings by being Ted Lasso. And I think people respond to it unless you're not a J.O. And I don't think they have J.O.s in that locker room.
I hope he has a different record than Ted Lasso.
Well,
I'm a little. I got to tell you,
he didn't know soccer, Pat.
I got to tell you, I'm going to lean towards Pat on this one. That it is making me anxious about his chances. It's different. That is a forced decision.
I've never seen a coach wear their player on a shirt during practice.
Never either.
It could be genius.
It could be. It might be. Absolutely.
And I'm going to go a little deeper into the obvious.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because of where we are now as a society, as a country, as a world. You mentioned Ted Lasso. Let's not think that not only has Sirianni probably sat and watched it because that's what we all do, but maybe he's genius enough to know I can really relate to these guys because they all are watching Ted Lasso. So deeper thinking of just putting on a Brandon Graham. No, deeper thinking in that maybe there's 50 guys in the locker room that are like Jamie and thought, that's cool, Ted Lasso.
Is a gentleman asking here earlier of me, are you rooting for Nick Sirianni the way you find yourself personally rooting for Jalen Hurts? I want Nick Sirianni to succeed.
Yeah, we all should.
But the difference is I feel a lot of confidence in the way that Jalen Hurts approaches things. I don't feel the same confidence in the way Nick Sirianni
That's
does.
fair.
But guess what? Nick Sirianni can prove me wrong.
Absolutely.
I'm wide open. I am not judging him.
I can't wait to see this guy coach football.
I can only judge what I see, and he seems like a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. He just seems so anxious, so nervous, so excitable.
Guy loves ball, John.
And that makes me nervous. But then again, though, who are the coaches I love? Bill Parcells, Nick Saban,
curmudgeons.
This is the way we're doing things, and I can adjust.
Yeah, he's very different than what the NFL's used to.
Guess what? I worked for Mike Keenan. I mean, it's the curmudgeon coach is what I sort of am drawn to.
And the big question these days is,
can that work?
Does this next generation of athletes respond well to that?
Well,
and we'll find out.
Well, Bruce Arians just won the Super Bowl.
Sure,
so
but with some veteran players.
Yeah, but Bruce Arians still won the Super Bowl, and he certainly falls into curmudgeon category. Nick Saban dominates. Urban Meyer dominated. The curmudgeons still tend to win. The new age guys don't tend to be the winners.
Well, the new age guys are just now taking over the NFL, so we'll see.
They're new.
And if you're looking to, we're hoping that Nick Sirianni builds a winning team. If you're looking to join a winning team, head to my friends at Carvana. They're looking for auto mechanics and auto body pros for their Delanco, New Jersey location. So be a part of the Carvana revolution. Get hired by a great company at joincarvana.com.
Hey, call now, 610-632-0975. Connor, take the third caller at 610-632-0975. You're going to win $100 and a signed puck from Brian Prupp. Plus, you're going to be qualified for the grand prize, which is a 5-pack of Brian's Guffaw cigars. From Bancroft Neuro Rehab, rebound, recover, reconnect. Learn more at bnrinfo.org. The fine folks at Bancroft Neuro Rehab, they do a fantastic job. They've done a great job working with Brian, and it's so great to hear Brian on his road to recovery and how they've helped him. So bnrinfo.org, $100 and a signed Brian prop puck. Not a bad deal. Doc Rivers, it's the top of the hour. Stick around. John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic.
You've heard me talk about Prop Swap plenty of times. And you know why? Because I'm trying to help you out. You can always find the best odds because you're buying directly from people like me and you, other sports bettors. You see a ticket you like for instance, I might list my Joel Embiid MVP ticket from DraftKings today on Prop Swap, or my Ben Simmons Defensive Player of the Year ticket, because I cashed in when the odds were high and now they've dropped, making it a very appealing ticket. So submit a bid for a price you think is fair and buy it. You can become a seller, and they're always willing to negotiate. And right now they're offering up to $500 in spending cash when you use the promo code FANATIC. That's promo code FANATIC, and PropSwap will match your first deposit up to $500. So become a smarter sports bettor today. Go to PropSwap.com or download the PropSwap app.
Celebrating 100 shows. The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's that time of year, and as a landscaper, that can only mean one thing. It's my time to hustle. And with Metro by T-Mobile, me and my brothers now have the extra tools we need to get this gig growing. Metro gave us 4 lines of unlimited high-speed data for just $25 each. Plus, they threw in 4 free Galaxy phones just for switching. Now we can keep in touch no matter where we're mowing. And keep the social feed updated, so the whole town knows who's taking charge of these yards.
You work hard. That's why Metro makes switching easy. Right now, there's 0 fees to switch. Enjoy Metro's lowest price on unlimited. Just $25 a line for 4 lines. Plus, get 4 free Samsung Galaxy phones. All on the T-Mobile network.
I'm Robin, and that's how I rule my day with Metro.
Users greater than 35 gigabytes per month may notice reduced speeds, and Metro customers may notice reduced speeds versus T-Mobile. Video streams at 480p plus device sales tax with eligible port in and no T-Mobile service in past 180 days. 1 phone per line, keep 4 line for promo rate. Additional terms. Limited time offer. Details at metrobytmobile.com.
Start your morning fresh with Wendy's $3 Classic Breakfast Deal. Choose between a classic sausage, egg, and cheese or classic bacon, egg, and cheese. Then pair that breakfast sandwich with a small seasoned potatoes for just $3. So ditch the pre-made and start your day with made to order. Choose Wendy's and start fresh with a $3 Classic Breakfast Deal. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. No substitutions.
Hey, do you want to make up the $825 this month and help save lives? Well, you can by donating plasma at one of CSL Plasma's 5 area locations. You heard me right. As a new CSL Plasma donor, you can make up the $825 this month. And your donations can help create therapies to treat people with rare and serious diseases. For CSL Plasma locations and info on how you can donate plasma and make up the $825, visit CSLPlasma.com. And when you go, tell them Mike Miss says hello. It's CSL Plasma, good for you, great for life.
Do you hear My Computer Career ads and think, I don't know anything about computers? Well, you don't have to. Before starting, many graduates could turn a computer on and off. And that's it. And now they're IT pros. You could do it too. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new life in as little as 4 months. Grants covering up to 53% of the cost are available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's My Computer Career.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble? No one likes that. We can get you set up for the warmer temps ahead. Let's start with a free battery test. If you're just in need of a charge, we can help with that too. And if it's time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination. Claim based on data from the MPD Group 2019.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
To show you how easy it is to file a claim with Geico, we hired singer-songwriter Lisa Loeb.
You say I got a crack on my windshield.
Lisa, maybe a little less heartbroken? Geico lets you file a claim online, over the phone, or with their app.
That makes me want to say stay.
Oh, nailed it. Geico. Great service without all the drama.
Have you wanted to speak a new language, but thought it would be too difficult? Then try Babbel. Babbel starts by teaching you words and phrases that gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations. So in 15 minutes a day, you'll be speaking a new language in a few weeks. Babbel is built around real life. It teaches you practical conversations that you will actually use. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com today. That's BABBEL.com.
Trying to set a timer for your lights is so 2020. Hi, Dan Amaro, owner of Farron Electric. With the new Caseta by Lutron Smart Home Lighting Kit, you can turn your lights on and off from anywhere. And their built-in clock adjusts for changing seasons. They'll even hold their program after a power outage. Best of all, Caseta by Lutron kits start at just $400. Installation and programming included. To schedule an appointment, visit FarronElectric.com. That's FARRYN electric.com.
Can I get a chair that'll turn my home office into a corner office?
It's possible.
How about a PC that'll help me get the most out of my day and my budget?
Staples Connect makes it possible with the tools you need to work from home. And now, get up to $140 off select PCs and up to $100 off select chairs. Explore what's new at your local Staples or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 5/22. In-store only. Limit 2 while supplies last. Details at staplesconnect.com/weekly ad.
Hi, I'm Brian Propp, former Philadelphia Flyer. I suffered a massive stroke in 2015 that took my mobility, speech, and independence. Luckily, I had the experts at Bancroft Neuro Rehab to get me back in the game. When you have the right team behind you, a stroke doesn't have to be the end of your story. Rebound, recover, reconnect. Visit bnrinfo.org.
This is a great time to be a sports betting fan, but you have to have the right sports betting app. This is Eric Camille, and Twin Spires Sportsbook is now live in Pennsylvania, and they've got a great offer for you. New players can download the Twin Spires app now and unlock a risk-free bet up to $1,000. Just use promo code FREE1000, and you can bet with the Kentucky Derby of sportsbooks right from your own phone. Bet on all the major sports risk-free for 7 days when you download the Twin Spires Sportsbook app and use promo code FREE1000. Download PA's newest online sportsbook today and get a 100% profit boost on all the NHL playoff games. The NBA playoffs start this weekend. The PGA Championship is in round 2 today. Baseball, soccer, and a lot more. It's a great time to be a sports betting fan, but you need the right app to do it. Download the new Twin Spires Sportsbook app and bet today. Must be 21 and physically present in Pennsylvania to bet. Void where prohibited. For terms and conditions, visit twinspires.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You know we really like you when you listen on the radio, but we love you a little bit extra when you take us with you after your ride on the 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Oh, it's the weekend. Your Sixers are in the Eastern Conference playoffs beginning on Sunday. But you know it's been a long work week and you want to tell the boss just to stick it. Unless you're Doc Rivers, who wouldn't want to say that probably right now as we head into the postseason. We'll have Doc joining us in a moment here. The 9 o'clock hour brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. And for details, go to Bagster.com. And joining us on the aforementioned Comcast Business Hotline is the head coach of your Philadelphia 76ers, Doc Rivers. Every day in business is a big day like Comcast Business. Keep you ready for what's next. Doc, we appreciate your time this morning, and we're going to wish you all the luck as the postseason begins. But my favorite word in the English language is joyous. So I'm asking you first off, for you, what's been the most joyous thing about your first season as Sixers coach?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say, other than basketball, the restaurants in Philadelphia. I will say that. But I would say, as far as basketball growth, just watching the young guys grow.
That is always good when you get that.
Hey, Doc, this team that you're facing tomorrow night, it's a pretty gruesome 1-2 punch they have there. Have the words, "it's okay if he gets his," but ever come out of your mouth as a coach, and does it pertain to this series?
It doesn't pertain to this series, but that has definitely come out of my mouth. We did play a series against Golden State when they had all three of those guys. So you almost had to tell your guys, well, you had to pick one and say, okay, guys, we're just going to do our best on him. But it's okay if he scores. It's never okay. I've always thought, make it hard, but some guys are great. They're still going to score.
Why doesn't it pertain to this series, though, with those two guys?
Because I think when they score, they win. It's not like let them score and stop everybody else. I think when Russell is allowed to be Russell and Bradley's allowed to be Bradley, then they're really good. So, we're not going to stop either one of them, but we have to make it as hard as possible on both.
Doc Rivers joining us on the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. Coach, what do you believe is the greatest misconception that you hear or read about your team? You know your team. You know what's going on around it. What do you hear or read that you say, that doesn't make any sense? That's not us.
Honestly, I don't pay much attention to either, and I'm being very honest there. I really try to stay in my lane, my zone, and focus on us. I don't know. I guess, I'm not even sure. The youth thing, I hear that, we're not. I guess the most untrue thing is that I don't see us picked anywhere to win the East. So I think that's a misconception.
Doc, great to talk to you again. Look, everybody, when they talk about playoff basketball, says, it becomes a half-court game. It slows down. It's this, it's that. You've been through these battles for decades, going back to being a player and a head coach. What actually is the biggest difference in playoff basketball?
I just think both teams are better prepared than they are in the regular season. You have one team to focus on. You have all your energy built, So the things that you see is guys are fresher in a strange way. They play harder, clearly, and the focus is way higher. And the game planning is higher because you have one opponent. And by game two, there's nothing you're going to run that they don't know, and there's nothing they're going to do that you don't know. And that's why it becomes such a physical and mental task for teams.
Doc, when you've had a team not reach their goals in a postseason, has it usually been because of what your team hasn't done or what the other team has done to you?
I've always choose the first. It's things that we didn't do. You look at the Clipper team last year, which I still thought was the best team in the NBA. And we lost to Denver, and we were offensively great all year, and all of a sudden we couldn't make a shot. We couldn't score. And so I would say it's more on what a team doesn't do, your team doesn't do. There are times where, we lost to Golden State 2 years ago with that team I had 0 All-Stars on a team playing against those three guys. It was what they did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they did it over and over, yes.
Yeah, but when you're evenly matched and you don't win, you usually come out wishing you had something more on your team.
Doc, in the final games of the season, you said it the other day, there were some easy games there, bad opponents. Yeah. My theme was that I thought maybe you would want to extract something out of every game from your team to take a positive out. First thing, did you, out of those final, say, 10 games, get enough to extract from your team? And do you like where they are playing right now?
I didn't like the way we were playing at the end, but that doesn't matter now. I do like the way we've been practicing. Yeah, you try to do that, and, your plans are always one thing, but what actually happens is another thing. I don't care how many times you tell your players, we still got to focus on us and do our stuff. They know who they're playing. We're not going to fool them, if you know what I mean. So I did get some things. I got Tyrese a lot of minutes in those last 4 or 5 games. That was important for me, probably important for him. So, George Hill got more minutes. I thought he needed it. We forget he hadn't played all year. So, yeah, I would say other than that, I don't think we got much out of it.
Coach, was load management this season more of a Sixers thing or more of a Doc Rivers thing?
Probably more of a Sixers thing, but it would be all of us, because I am part of the Sixers. So, it's something that you never know, and you honestly don't know if you're on the right line of it. I thought the league went haywire a couple years ago, and we overdid it. I love the group that we've hired, our scientists or whatever you want to call them. They really believe it.
Scientists? What do they have, beakers? They have beakers and stuff like that, Coach?
They're doing whatever they do, the numbers, analytics, But it is funny, like they believe in conditioning more. They believe they are always about ramping guys up to get them at their premium. So when the playoffs start, they're ready. And that was good to hear from a coach standpoint, I can tell you that.
Yeah, Doc, we all know playoff basketball is decided in the final 3-4 minutes. Are your closing units yet established? Is it something you're going to tinker with, or is it a fluid situation game to game?
It's pretty much established, but it's the latter as well, because we don't know our opponent until you get into the series with them. And certain things they may do defensively may mean we need someone else on the floor. So, but we pretty much know the 6-7 guys that'll be on the floor at the end of the game. We know our defensive unit. Like if we need one stop, we know exactly the 5 guys that need to be on the floor there. We need a basket, one basket, and know they're going to call a timeout. We know that unit. And you know that your best unit last minute if they're going up and down with no stoppage. So you got to have all 3 of those things planned and ready.
Doc, tell us something that we do not know about Ben Simmons.
Well, I think you know it all. I think his IQ. I think he's somebody that you should celebrate more, in my opinion. Physically, defensively, he can be dominating. I think most people wouldn't look at him as a physical offensive player. But if you just watch the game, he sets the most bone-crushing picks that you will ever see. And we laugh because usually he sets picks that big set on offense, and he does it all the time. And they're hurt. They hurt because guards don't set picks like that on guards. And obviously, I love to see them.
Doc, I heard you say the other day that in these practices that you had, you were tightening the team up and getting everything kind of fixed up. What were some of the things that you felt needed tightening and fixing in the days of practice that you had?
Just execution. I thought we had gotten away from it a little bit. The little things, getting to the second option, working the sets. You get bad habits sometimes playing against the teams we did down the stretch because it's so easy to score. Everyone's trying to score. I always likened it to the AAU games when the star player on the AAU team and they're playing a bad team, the star player doesn't get the ball. But then when they play the best team, the star player gets the ball every time down. It felt like that.
Coach, did you know that you're in the modern era of this 4-7-game series format, that your championship that you won back with the Celtics was in 2008? You took the most games to win it, 26?
I didn't know that. I just knew it was really hard.
How about this? No team's ever taken 25. So you guys, your route to the, you can only, it could only possibly play is 28. You played 26 with that team. No one's ever played 25, and one team's played 24.
Yeah, we went 7-7-6-6.
You have to get you got to be efficient this time around, right?
I mean, we're all for it. I am all for it. It is funny though. Right after the series, I sat in my office and someone said, "Give me one word to describe winning the title," and I said, "Hard." It's hard. It just is. And I think everybody that wins easier, obviously, than we won would tell you that.
Yeah, Doc, I'm going to throw you a softball here. I want to hear your best pitch of why Joel Embiid deserves the league MVP and why Ben Simmons deserves the Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, with Joel, just look at our record, number one, and look at all the things that he does. I think that's a layup for me. Obviously I'm biased. Listen, Joker or Embiid are clearly the two favorites in my opinion. Steph's last month and a half, or 2 months, was as dominating as I've seen from a guard. But I'm always going with Embiid. And to me, Ben's a shoo-in for me. He guards every position. And every night, whoever he guards has a long night. There's very few nights you can look at the guy that Ben guarded had a good night. And if that's not defensive impact on your team, I don't know what it is.
All right, Coach, we're just going to say, if you were to give a thumbnail, is how do you keep all those guys in the locker room focused on just the little journey at hand and not the big journey?
Boy, that's the toughest part. The two things is getting outside of yourself, because a lot of things go in the playoffs. First of all, your minutes are cut. Some guys will play a lot more. Some guys will play a lot less. And keeping those guys focused, I've always thought is almost the bigger key. And then understanding there's 4 games that you have to win, 1 game each. You can't win the first game and think you've won the series or the second or the third. You just got to keep playing. The playoffs are fluid. One injury, one technical, anything can change the series, and you have to know that.
Doc, we want you to, sometime after the season, after the parade, we would like you to come in and just hang out with us in the morning, spend like an hour with us in studio. You up for that? We'll bring in food and everything.
As long as food is there, I'm there.
Thank you, Doc. We wish you all the best.
All right, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Doc.
Doc Rivers joined us on the Comcast Business Hotline. Every day in business is a big day. Let Comcast Business keep you ready for what's next. Okay, here's where I point to. Does that man not give you confidence?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is that, and again, I'm not judging, everything on a coach, but how a coach handles on the fly, just being, and Doc Rivers is a veteran coach.
Yeah, it permeates to his team, I think.
Young coaches take more time with this, but that's the kind of coach, he rolled with every single punch, and he didn't shy away from an answer at all.
No.
I was surprised that he answered the question. He didn't answer the question politically correct. Is load management a Sixers thing or a Doc Rivers thing? It's more a Sixers thing. In other words, he gets one vote.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of people getting another vote. And Bob, you've always presented it that way.
Yeah.
You've always said to us,
they're protecting their biggest investment.
Yeah, it might not be as prominent. They might not handle it as prominently to Doc as they did to Brett Brown, whereas Brett Brown would walk into his office and I told you there would be names.
Sure.
And they'd have a red light, a green light, or a yellow light. Maybe it's not that way with Doc, but yeah, they're making the calls on that.
Hey, buckling up is the best way to protect yourself and your loved ones in a crash. Drive smart and buckle up. Be safe, PA. Learn more at penn.gov/safety. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars. So while we were doing the show this morning, we got Olivia a car. I told you a couple weeks ago. One of her friends hit her car in the parking lot.
No
way.
Oh,
Her
man.
not a brand new car. She has a used car. But one of her friends.
How badly?
I got a picture of it, and I'm not. I don't. I'll put it up here as to like the dent on the front. You guys can get it better.
Yeah, it's not good.
I mean, it's not good.
Great.
No, it's not good. But it's not horrible.
Yeah.
But her brand new first
what is
car,
it, 3 weeks old?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh.
And she's in the school parking lot, and one of her friends decides she has to back into a spot.
Come on. What are you, 90?
And backs into her. And she's just,
She fuming?
She says she's fuming. And
well,
I said,
my buddy Tony Dings from Carvana, he's the godfather of Dings. He can help her out.
This is a bit.
You might be able to get one of those. Have you seen the suction cup?
No,
pulled?
she doesn't have to. It's
well,
the girl
yeah,
hit
but
her.
if you don't want
her
to go into deductibles and all that.
No, we don't have to. She hit her, so we don't have to do anything.
Yeah,
they have to pay for it. But I said to them, we're friends with the girl's family.
Yeah.
I've known her since she was a little girl.
Yeah.
The girl who hit her, and I just said to Olivia, I'm like, be kind.
Yeah.
Like, and she is. They're like these two are like sisters. But Olivia's pissed off.
That sucks.
And I'm like, be kind. Because guess what, Liv? The next time
You're
you
going to
get
have an accident one day.
you might do it, and you don't want someone being rude with you, being upset with you over an accident. It's just a little accident. That's going to be a little more than a little. But
and at least you know what happened, where it happened. Trust me on this, having 3 kids that drive. Cars have come home without word being said, and mom and or dad have, what happened? I don't know.
Oh, you see, that's not good.
And there has been instances where our kids were parked and someone hit them and took off.
I had a friend, Pam, who will go nameless, who once drove over one of those. She was supposed to reverse out of a spot. She drove over one of those
spikes?
one of the cement parking things.
I had a friend do
Okay.
that.
She was at Pagano's down at 39th and Chestnut or 39th and Walnut. And she had to make left turns the whole way home because the car would no longer turn right. So she had to find a way home to Drexel Hill.
It's just a big circle.
She had to find a way home to Drexel Hill. Only
to go down to Ballackinwood, make a left.
No, she's on 39. So she couldn't make. She had to make left turns the whole way to get home. And she may or may not lived in Drexel Hill, and her name may or may not be Pam. So, all right, let's put it in the book. Coach has got a pen out. Let's do it. After Doc Rivers, we had the chance to talk to him. Pat Egan, the Sixers will win against the Wizards in how many games?
5.
5 games. Who is the hero of the series?
Joel Embiid.
Who is the surprise story of the series?
I'm going to go with Ben Simmons.
Okay. Jamie Lynch.
5 games.
Jamie Lynch also goes 5 games. Who's the hero of the series?
Joel Embiid. They can't stop him.
Surprise hero.
Go creative.
I know, Pat. I'm going out on a limb here. Danny Green.
Interesting. That's an interesting one. Bobby?
4. Embiid.
Sweep.
Matisse Thybulle.
Ooh.
You son of a...
Stole John's.
But no, because, he did steal one of them. My hero of the series, Ben Simmons. My surprise story of the series, Matisse Thybulle. And the Sixers will win in 5 games.
I have Joel Embiid's season numbers versus the Wizards. Would you like to hear them?
Yeah, let's hear them.
90 points in 92 minutes. 28 for 48 from the floor for 58.3%. Oh. And this one just makes it move. 27 of 28 from the free throw line.
I love that. Now, that
is unbelievable.
That to me is a stat about, it's weird, is like someone also goes, well, who cares? It's not like he's making free throws against an opponent. It's getting to the line. Getting to the line.
So wait, he's shooting almost 30 free throws in 90 minutes? He's going to the line once every 3 minutes against
that should be your game plan.
My God.
It's a wonderful game plan.
They got no answer for him.
They do not have
Daniel Gafford, come on.
But I do believe there will be one game.
Sure. Bradley Beal will go off one game.
There'll be one game, and it's going to be, and it'll probably be in D.C., and then they'll come back and win it.
But what Doc said, when those two score, to Bob's question, they win. So that's why he's not saying it this series. That's all they got.
Well, that's why I thought he might say, yeah, we're going to look to. I mean, he can't tell us his obvious strategy, but I'm wondering if the strategy is we need to take away Beal.
Yeah,
Westbrook is the guy we're going one-on-one
Doc
coverage.
is so easy to listen to.
Yeah. He's cool.
Very conversational, very, but again, he's
funny too.
He's been through so many of these things.
Oh, yeah.
What about him and the scientists?
That was great. The scientists or whatever they are.
They're in their labs.
Well, the scientists, were they beakers of like blue?
Beaker from
Here's
Muppets.
Beaker, here's red, here's blue, and it's all, it's all bubbling up in there. He is, Doc Rivers is perfectly suited to come into this town, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He handled Boston.
Yeah.
He handled L.A.
We're cousin cities.
He
with
handled
Boston.
L.A. Now, he handled L.A. as the Clippers coach. It's a little bit different, I think, being the Clippers coach than the Laker coach.
Yeah.
Just as far as attention.
Sure.
It's like being the Brooklyn coach compared to the Knicks coach. And even
There's no Nets fans up there.
There's no Nets fans.
And the Knicks are pumping their chest because they just sold out 2 playoff games with limited capacity.
By the way, I want to warn people.
Congrats, guys.
Stay away from the local sporting goods stores this weekend. You might get trampled with all the New Yorkers going and getting their brand new Knicks gear. Because remember, the Knicks are in the playoffs, so they're going to be trampling in to get new Knicks hats. So here's what I ask you to do. You want to piss them off? Because I certainly do it. Go up to any one of them that you see and go, nice new Knicks hat. Nice new Knicks shirt. And they will be pissed. Say, I've been a Knicks fan. I'm ride or die. Yeah, nice new shirt. That's all I said was a nice new shirt. Come on. All right, we got a half hour to go. We got more prizes for you, too, if you hang out with us It's going to be a lot of fun. Stick around, won't you? It's the John Kincade Show. Happy 100th here on The Fanatic.
Hey, guys, it's Friday morning after a week of games at the ballpark, and that means it's time for me to award the official Pierce Phelps Bryant Whatever It Takes award to the Phillies player who did whatever it took to help the club this week. Well, this week I'm going to give the award to shortstop / second baseman and just good overall player, Nick Maton. That's right, all the rookie did this week. He had a 2-home run week, and all he's been doing for the year is hit .299 and instill confidence in a fan base that thinks he just may be the second baseman of the future. And just like Nick Maton, your Pierce Phelps Bryant heating and air conditioning contractor will do whatever it takes to keep you comfortable when you are watching the game from your couch this summer. To find a Pierce Phelps Bryant contractor near you, visit nopaybryant.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Celebrating 100 shows. The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, sports fans. Before there was the step over, the strip sack, the long fly ball, or the Philly special, Colonial Hyundai was providing a faster, easier, better way to buy a new vehicle. Hi, it's John Asho, the Car Czar from Colonial Hyundai of Downingtown. This month at Colonial, we're celebrating over 2 decades of serving our community during our 20th anniversary sales event. All month long, we're celebrating by offering the best prices of the year. During this event, save up to 30% off any new Hyundai in stock. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance and America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain, which only Colonial will double during this event to 20 years, 200,000 miles. Save big with exclusive offers from Colonial Hyundai of Downingtown, like a new 2021 Elantra SE for just $99 per month. Don't miss this event, the Colonial Hyundai of Downingtown 20th anniversary sales event. Plan your visit at colonialhyundai.com. Colonial Hyundai of Downingtown, the faster, easier, better way to buy a Hyundai.
Hyundai Elantra SE based on 36-month lease through HMF. Stock number H200121. Lease cash down $2,299 plus tax and tag. Financing through HMF. Offers cannot be combined. See dealer for full details.
Do you get a power bill? Are a sports fan and think you can pick a winner? I'll guess the answer to all 3 is yes. This is Greg Craig, CEO of Star Energy, and if we got an offer for you, join Star Energy and you'll get a great fixed price, all green energy, and no early termination fee. And here's the winning shot. You get to pick the team of your choice to win its championship. And if your team wins, you win $150 in energy credits. And we'll even give you $25 if you're wrong. Look, it's a great electricity product anyway, but we're all sports fans at Star, so we juiced up the game by letting you pick and win. Come on, sports fans, it's free to pick, and we want every sports fan to come to Star. Call 833-GO-TEAM-3, and we'll make picking your team and signing up with Star as easy as an unguarded layup. Call 833-GO-TEAM-3 right now, and we even have a no-obligation free sweepstakes going on just for calling in. That's it. If you think you can pick a winner, then put some fun in your electricity bill and some money in your pocket. Let's go.
Void where prohibited. No purchase is necessary to enter or win. Up for legal residents of Ohio and Pennsylvania at least 18 years of age. See official rules for further information.
Now serving F27 at DMV window number 16.
Okay, Rose, we're second in line. Perfect, Rose. You remembered the birth certificate? Yes, and we have our electric bill. Excellent. We'll be Real ID ready in no time. Real ID ready to visit our grandson Ricky at Fort Bragg, then fly to New Orleans for Jazz Fest.
Pardon me, are you talking to yourself?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I am.
Talk yourself into Real ID readiness. Make a plan at dhs.gov/RealID.
Want to hear how easy it is to get rid of those black streaks on your roof with Spray and Forget? Check this out. This is you spraying your roof. And this is you forgetting about it. That's it. No scrubbing, no rinsing. It does the work for you. Those stains caused by algae, mold, and mildew will disappear over time. Works on asphalt, wood, slate, and clay roofs. So you can just forget about it. Spray and Forget. Available at the Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, and Menards.
Hey, if you're having trouble squeezing into last year's summer clothes, it's probably time to do a juice cleanse with Squeeze.com.
If you've never done one before, a 1 to 3 day cleanse with Squeeze.com is a great kickoff to a weight loss campaign. You can lose inches, eliminate bloat, and feel more energetic.
And it's so easy. Just go to Squeeze.com, order before 1 p.m. You'll get same-day delivery by 9 p.m. Now, if you're on the road all day, jumping from job site to job site, Squeeze.com is delivered in a nice cooler bag. Just throw in an ice pack, and you're good to go all day. That's Squeeze.com. Click Mike and Natalie in the drop-down at checkout.
So, how can I promote my new curbside pickup service?
It's possible with Staples Connect.
I need custom floor decals that'll get noticed, not just walked on.
Also possible, Staples Connect can help your business grow with custom printed sales and marketing materials. And now get 15% off signs, posters, and decals when you spend $75 or more. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 5/29. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
It's all about getting the most out of summer. And with certified refurbished from eBay, you can enjoy 100% of summer with up to 50% savings on top brands. So tackle your to-do list and break out the playlist with like new products from the brands you love, including Bose, Works, iRobot, and more. Complete with a 2-year warranty from Allstate. Time to go full on summer with half off top brands this year. Shop Memorial Day savings at eBay today.
Ready for an oil change? Our professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts recommend all the best products to get the job done right. Like 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil on sale now just $28.95. And we'll make sure you have all the supplies you need, including a filter, funnel, shop towels, drain pan, and more. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. At Unibet Online Casino, play hundreds of slots, new and exclusive, plus table games with live dealers at your fingertips. Win weekly jackpots at Unibet Online Casino and get non-stop rewards, starting with a $500 deposit match. Download our app or visit pa.unibet.com to get $30 free. Deposit is simple with a credit card or PayPal with a deposit match up to $500. Unibet Online Casino. In association with Mohegan Sun Pocono. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania to bet. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live.
Do you want to play the ocean course at Kiowa Island? I know I sure do, but I can't afford to fly down to Charleston and get on because the PGA Championship's taking place there. But you know where I can play Kiowa Island? At 5 Iron Golf in Center City, right here in our own backyard. Leagues start the week of Memorial Day. You can join as a foursome or with friends, or just go as a single, a free agent on your own. The leagues start May 31st and June 1st, so sign up today at 5irongolf.com. They have golf simulators, great food, great beers on tap. It's a tremendous, fun indoor golf experience. So check it out. And if you think you want to go a lot, you should consider a membership. It's very affordable. You can store your clubs there, use the locker rooms, work with the golf pro, Corey. If you want to improve your golf game or even just get started with the sport, look no further than 5 Iron Golf on Chestnut Street in Center City. Visit 5 Iron at 2116 Chestnut Street in Center City and at 5irongolf.com.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Think of this show as your reward for having to listen to all those political ads this past year.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. We appreciate you being a part of things. Tell your family, tell your friends. We want to thank our friends from Burger Vana. Now, you love the name, Jamie.
Yeah, it's a good name.
But now you love the burger.
I just got a pork roll burger. Man, nothing makes me happier
You
than
had a pork roll burger?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nothing makes me happier than pork roll.
I had the hamburger. God. The hamburger with the hash brown and egg on it.
That's a nice item.
Breakfast burger, because remember, Burger Vana's going to have everything for you. It opened up on the 10th of May. Fresh made-to-order burgers. You can build your own or pick one of their chef-inspired creations. They also have handmade milkshakes, Sidewinder fries, crispy onion rings. The onion rings, Bob.
Those onion rings are top-notch.
Oh, my God.
Okay, they are top-notch, because you know what? The onion rings for me, the batter to onion ratio has to be and they got to crunch.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't crunch, waste of my time.
And here's the other thing.
Those are fantastic.
You need to bite into it and not have the onion come all the way out.
Oh,
yes. That's when you know they're perfectly cooked.
That's perfectly done.
Which is exactly what's going on with this onion ring right now.
Burger Vana, you will find it at Parks Casino, which is absolutely awesome. You get that Parks Casino Sportsbook app. I'm always telling you about that. You want to check that on it. That was delicious.
Milkshakes, too. You know, one summer I survived on milkshakes for a little over 2 months.
It shows.
No, this is when I was skinny, Pat.
Wow.
This is when I was young and skinny.
Exactly. When you were
had a
skinny and
metabolism.
after 2 months.
horrible.
No, I took a pill with no water, and it got stuck in my throat sideways.
Oh, my gosh.
Which we didn't know at the time, and it infected my esophagus, and I couldn't eat.
You didn't feel it?
No.
Really?
And we couldn't figure it out for the longest time, and I had to go to all these ear, nose, throat
That
specialists.
sounds like something your dog would do.
All I could do was have
check.
milkshakes. So that was like my sustenance for like 2 months, and
Oh
then
my
they finally
gosh.
figured it out and corrected it.
Well, I would tell you, if you haven't tried Burgervana, you should. You just heard Jamie tell you should. And next Friday's National Hamburger Day, so it'd be a great time to do it. And at Burgervana, they'll have free fries or onion rings with any burger purchase. So check it on out. Parks Casino Sportsbook. I will be going up, not this weekend probably, but after, and then next weekend I go to Atlanta. But I will definitely be checking
Yeah,
out.
I was going to say, you're due for a trip.
I am. I saw that, by the way, Pam has checked in after I mistakenly
Outed her?
I mistakenly let her name slip.
Oh.
But she says you forgot to mention in the story that one of the people involved with the fixing of the NBA games was also involved in that night. So, there it is. So there it is. So
Interesting.
She hung out with some. Thankfully, she had people like me in her life that allowed her to just raise her echelon of who she hung out.
I'm sure she thanks her lucky stars every day.
Hung out with in life. Oh, man. Remember, check out our friends at Parks Casino and get that Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Download it at parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code Fanatic. We really do, though. I just mentioned Parks Casino there and everything. We really do thank I want to thank all the charter advertisers who got involved with this show from day one also. And every one of them. And you hear us all talk about our favorite sports books and companies that have got on board with this show. Well, we thank you because you doing that not only helps pay the bills, but it also helps the credibility of a program on the streets and everything like that. So all of our advertisers here at The Fanatic who've been a part of the John Kincade Show, we really do appreciate your support. It is great. In Cooney's Corner, this team doesn't have a lot to go shopping with.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Yeah, so where are we with this Phillies team? And when Ricky was in yesterday...
500 is where we're at, Bob.
Okay, and that's not good enough.
It's opening day.
Yeah, it's not good enough because that's why the Sixers did what they did with the process, because they were stuck in mediocrity for years and years. Where do we go right now with the Phillies? Now, you have some parts coming up that are homegrown. Nick Maton, Rhys Hoskins... the list can kind of go on a little bit. Aaron Nola, that you have some interesting figures, Alec Boehm, that you could build around or with, but it doesn't seem to be enough. So, is there somebody, maybe among someone I just said or somebody else on this team, that you're willing to part with to get the team better now? Where are you?
Well, I know what I'm willing to part with, and it would hurt. And it would hurt the 2021 Phillies.
Sure,
and that's Rhys Hoskins. It would hurt the 2021 Phillies' chances to win because Rhys has been praiseworthy this year. Long term, I'm perfectly fine with parting ways.
If you could get a Chris Bryant,
well, I don't want a Chris Bryant. Because it's a free agent. I don't want to rent a player for a bad team.
Well, you don't have a farm system to rely on, so you're going to have to sign free agents.
Rental players don't do this.
But if I could get him, you'd have to give up something, and then I could slide Alec Boehm over to first and have Bryant play the hot corner. I would be okay with something like that. I don't want to give Rhys up unless it's for something substantial. But you don't have a lot to give up, and you got to give something to get something. And he's kind of the only one that makes sense.
I'm worried that is this a team that you look at now? It's a 500 team. We can go up to 85, 86, but at its core, it's a 500 team.
Yeah.
85, 86 isn't going to be enough anyway. What does the future hold? Because you don't have a great farm system. You don't have money to spend. And I don't know. You have some Nick Maton I like. Is he a turnaround guy? I don't think so. Where are you going? And if Rhys Hoskins might be your only tradable item.
See, that's the thing.
That's what I'm scared of.
I mean, to me, Rhys Hoskins is the only. It's the only thing that.
You don't have.
Sense.
I mean, nobody's trading for Didi or McCutcheon.
Nobody's trading
or
for that.
Segura.
Nobody's trading for any of those contracts.
No.
You've got so many contracts that nobody wants Didi.
Boehm and Rhys are the only guys that would have interest.
That's it. That's all you got.
And you don't have a third base plan if you get rid of Bohm.
No.
Really.
You're not getting rid of Alec Bohm. You are not doing that. If you do that as a franchise,
it would have to be for a center fielder or somebody of like the next 8 years.
And again, the whole Chris Bryant stuff. Chris Bryant's a rental player. If you're interested in Chris Bryant, you get him in the offseason. You don't spend on something you can get for free in the offseason. You don't do that because this team is not the kind of team you spend money, go and do a rental player on. This team's 500. They're a 500 club. They're exactly, and I'm not ripping them for it because it's exactly what I thought they'd be.
And that's, to me, okay, you're a 500 club, but what does the future look like to get over that? I don't know. That's my question. Like, you can't make trades because even Hoskins isn't going to get you a whole bunch back.
No.
Nothing over the top. You don't have tradable items, and you don't have a farm system. And it looks like you can't spend any more money.
I think an American League club, though, Hoskins to the American League is the only answer to me. Unless somebody has the forethought to say, we can use him this year, and then down the line, we've got the option as a DH.
Yeah, Pat, what comes off the books after this year off the top of your head? Do you know anything?
McCutchen.
Which is
huge. $20 million.
That's a big one. Archie Bradley was only a 1-year deal. A lot of the bullpen armors were a 1-year deal.
So you get rid of McCutchen, you're going to have to get a left fielder. You're going to have to get a center fielder.
Yeah, but you can get 2 outfielders for $10 million.
Why haven't they done it?
$10 million each. You can't, because they have not. Again, most of them are traded for. A lot of outfielders teams trade for. You see, outfield, by the way, a nice ESPN stats and info. The most traded position players are outfielders.
Yeah, well, there's 3 of them, and they grow on trees.
You go, and again, exactly. So the Phillies have to do that. I trust Dave Dombrowski completely to fix that. Not right now, but to fix that.
I don't think you're going to have to give up Rhys Hoskins to improve this team drastically as much as you guys think. You know,
what do you think you could get? What do you think you could get?
Like, who are we talking about here?
Okay, if I asked you, Pat, you're going to get a competent 120 start outfielder from somebody who's more than competent, can hit you 260, maybe a little bit of pop, can play competent defense, which, by the way, Bryce Harper doesn't.
Yeah.
So
he couldn't track another one last night.
It's crazy.
What is going on?
Since you guys pointed out, it's jarring.
It's really weird.
So I think when you look at the minor league system, they don't have a great one. But when you see guys like Cameron Maybin get traded for $1, when you see some of the packages that guys get in return.
Well, how many times has Cameron Maybin moved?
Well, but he's a competent outfielder.
Exactly.
You know, for $1, hell, I have $1 I could have given up. So that's what I'm saying.
You would have made that move. I would have outbid you.
Yeah, you would have bid $1.50.
I would have gone 110. No, I would have gone 110.
Okay.
Just gone 10.
Just at 10 cents.
Yeah, because I would have.
But my point is, you can probably get somebody for not giving up nearly as much as you would think that you would have to.
I think what we need to see is teams fall out of it.
Yeah, that's what you always have to wait for.
And then when teams fall out of it, and then you got to hope that contenders, real contenders, who have minor league systems, aren't shopping in the same aisle you are.
Yeah. And if you're shopping in the outfield aisle, a lot of teams.
But here's what I'm going to say, though, is the majority of teams that are contenders, they have answers in the outfield.
Exactly.
They have 130-game starters across the board.
Yeah.
Guys that can play 130 games at all 3 positions.
That must be nice.
It's embarrassing how bad this is.
I can't believe they didn't address it better in the offseason.
I think Dombrowski is one of those guys, and I told you before that I was told about him before coming to town that Dave Dombrowski is not going to work on your timetable or the fans' timetable. He's going to work on his own, and he's going to want to eyeball every single person before he makes a decision.
Well, what I just heard was another year of mediocrity.
And guess what? He knew he wasn't going to win in 2021.
Well, yeah, but the division's up for grabs. It is.
I mean, it
right now it is.
It may be.
It most likely will be.
It may be. I don't know. I trust him, though.
Yeah, I mean, even if they do something this year, this isn't a sustainable team to me at all.
No.
If you get 90 and win the division, you can do it again. And I don't know where they can turn.
Correct.
I just don't know, and that's troubling to me.
That is trouble.
You know who was actually a really good at doing these kind of trades where you weren't mortgaging a lot, but you were getting a little bit to see if you could contend was the old GM there, Matt Klentak. He was really good at making these minor moves.
Jay Bruce, Corey Dickerson.
They didn't give up anything for these guys, really.
They got paid to take Jay Bruce.
They did get paid to take.
Yeah, it was a great deal. Corey Dickerson, look, his arm is hot trash juice, but he was one of the best trade lines.
A different term. What was
trash
it?
bag water?
Trash bag water. That you
he has a bunch of them.
Guess what? The other night, I had trash bag water.
Oh, it's the worst. You ever get that dripping on your foot
And
or
it was.
something?
It dripped a little bit out of one of those fancy bags that my wife bought for me.
Trying to eat over here.
Those ones with the Gain in them. By the way, it was Gain.
Oh, not the Febreze.
The scent of Gain.
Yeah.
What
oh
makes
my gosh.
trash bag water?
Stuff in your trash.
drips. Stuff drips, and then like a little water bags up.
Or if you throw like an orange peel in and there's still some juice
and then
in
it
there.
degrades, and then stuff degrades, and then you get a stank on you that my dad used to have that. Remember that? Did your father have that? He was in newspapers, but he was a white collar newspaper guy. My dad had from delivering newspapers. He would literally have to take the newspaper, fold it, put a rubber band on it, and then throw it in someone's driveway. His hands would come home.
The tip of my dad's fingers, I am not
Were they black?
kidding you.
Like ink?
Were, throughout his life.
Did he have, I forgot what it was called. It was white soap.
No, he didn't.
It was
have whatever
granule. It was like you wet your hands and you pour this white granules of soap that felt like stones on your hand.
Yeah.
I do not know what it's called.
I know what you're talking
about. But my dad did
Mechanics had that a lot.
Yeah,
they used
and
it. Yeah.
My dad had the Philadelphia Bulletin. He used to say you could read the bulletin off his hands.
Yeah.
Because of all the pictures.
So like the Murphy soap thing?
I kid you not. Yeah, something like that.
Boraxo?
Borax?
Boraxo?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Something like that.
When my dad died, one of my last memories of him, after he died, was looking at him and his hands, the tips of his hands still. Because my dad read 4 papers a day and carried papers because he didn't drive. He carried them on the bus with him and all that. So always had the black fingertips.
Every picture that it's funny is my family weren't big picture takers. They pretty much documented the births of my brother and sister. But by the time I came along, 6.5 years later, it was, we just got another kid. Because I'm not sure that I actually was born into this family or not. But there's every picture of my dad on vacation. My father has sunglasses on, pair of swim trunks, and he's reading a newspaper. He loved going on vacation. He'd get a fresh newspaper in the morning, and he'd lay by the pool, and he would read the newspaper all day long. He did not know how to swim, yet he was shot down in a plane in a B-17 bomber, where he had to jump out of a plane to save his life.
Jeez.
And the man did not learn how to swim ever. So he would lay at pools. He loved being out in the sun and everything. Lay at a pool. If he went in the pool, he never went in past his waist.
How about that?
Craziest thing ever.
Never saw my dad in shorts.
Never saw my dad in jeans. Jeans. And you know what? Our dads of a different era of, they carried themselves differently. They purported themselves differently.
My dad had a club foot, so he had special boots that he had to wear. And
What
had
does that
made
mean,
for him.
by the way? I've heard the expression.
The bone in his one foot didn't come down and fuse to the bottom of his foot. Instead, his ankle went straight to like his toes, kind of. So his foot was always, it was in a precarious position all the time. He had to wear special boots. So wearing shorts with special boots wasn't a thing, but I never, ever saw him in shorts.
Yeah, your dad, no shorts. My dad, shorts all the time, but no jeans, ever.
Huh.
Didn't wear jeans.
My dad didn't wear jeans very often.
And he used to go to this place called Haas's Men's Store, which was up in Newtown Square.
That's cool.
Haas's, Hassis, I think it was, up in Newtown Square. And so my dad would have some dress clothes because they would just like to go to church or something. He had the ugliest green jacket and yellow pants.
Mustard?
The canary yellow pants. Brutal. All right, let's do some Sixers math. The final jersey name. Multiply the numbers we've given you by Ben Simmons.
And what's on the line here, John?
This is going to be pretty awesome.
I want these tickets.
You're going to win tickets to Game 2.
Woo!
Game 2. You will hear it.
I'm going to steal them.
So you've got a number.
Wow.
Multiply the number right now by Ben Simmons.
Luckily, Jamie sucks at math.
Yeah, it's true.
Then you got to call 610-632-0975. 610-632-0975. I've got to tell you, that's not Easy proposition here. Hopefully you have gone through it and you're ready to call. Someone is on the line right now, so hopefully they are calling up and they've done the math properly.
Let's see if Connor's got it.
I'm telling you this much. There is a...
2 tickets to a Sixers playoff game on a Sunday afternoon.
Nice.
That is awesome.
No, Wednesday. Game 2.
Or game 2. I'm sorry, on a Wednesday night. Are you kidding me?
So, Jamie, our dads are older than your dad was.
Yes.
God rest his soul. Your dad more of, like, dress up? Or not? Like, he didn't carry himself as casually as you will.
No, not as casually as me. But he had... Do you guys remember the terry cloth era? Like the terry cloth shorts?
Yeah.
He had terry cloth shorts that he would rock every day in the summer.
Wait a minute now. Let's see. Melanie, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great, Melanie. Are you good at math?
I am, just a little.
What's the number?
1650.
Melody's going to game 2 against the Wizards.
Congrats, Melanie.
Melanie, congratulations. You're going to game 2. We'll put you on hold. Say hello to Connor. Don't let him hit on you, Melanie.
Jeez.
Why you do that? I'm just saying you don't want a sexual harassment thing. Melanie won.
You're a blocker.
I love that, man. Great stuff. Look who's in the studio with us. Here's the cuz. Anthony Gargano in the house.
Hey, let me just say,
colors. I love it.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
100th show.
That's good.
Awesome. Love the show. Love you guys. Proud of you guys.
Thank you, brother.
That's a great thing.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Love having you in with us, too. And that Parks food drop. Did you get any of that food?
I'm sure lunchtime.
From Burger.
There's some nice items out there.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I've never had a breakfast burger ever.
The breakfest burger rules.
And you
right?
respect an onion ring.
Love
you
the
would
onion ring.
love the
Yeah,
no,
those are
you'd
good
love
onion
the way
rings.
they do it.
Really?
Yeah, the isn't the ratio of onion to crust have to be like the coating have to be sort of very sometimes
you're
people
dead right. The true onion ring, you can't if it's too
tight.
much bread.
Right.
Bleh, too oniony.
Yeah.
Bleh.
If the onion pulls, bleh.
Right.
You can't have the onion pull.
Can't have
It's
it. That's
a
when it's
key-
perfectly cooked.
Oh wow, yeah. See,
Right.
that's right.
My
That's
mom
right.
said that back in the day, God rest Betty's soul too, that she'd put a little oil on like a vegetable oil or something in when she was getting the onions, and that made them not. That she said that made them when you bit the onion, it would be more malleable to just be bitten.
Wow, that's genius. I like that.
Little cheat
Yeah,
code.
that's pretty good,
If Betty's
man.
listening over at St. Dennis, at St. Peter and Paul, hope Mom's got the app up.
Love that. Love that. You know what? I haven't had the onion in an onion ring in forever.
Oh, it's delicious. If there's an onion ring out there, get one for Anthony.
I got one right here.
Anthony, you got to try
I
one
haven't
of these.
touched it yet.
You got to try one of these.
That's awesome.
Do you hear Doc earlier?
I did. Yeah, it's great.
I love that.
He's awesome. He's, I you love listening to him speak. Like, he's one of those guys where he's just a great conversationalist. Chill out. You know what I mean? It's like, let's have a conversation. I love that about it. And I thought it was a great appearance.
He's so, he gives me confidence. And it's where I don't want to judge Nick Sirianni on, like, he hasn't coached a game yet and everything. But Coach Sirianni, when he's behind a microphone, does not give me that confidence.
No, well, I mean, here's the problem.
But he's new. He's a rookie as a coach.
Right, that's a big deal. I mean, Doc's been around. That's why you have confidence. And that's why I have confidence. I like a guy that doesn't get nervous, right? Like, that's just chill out. Like, he's been through it, so you know how it is. You know how you were your first 2 years on the air. Now that you're on the air 25, you know how you are, right? Like, you come on. There's an air of confidence that Doc has that Sirianni will have, and hopefully he lasts. But
I'll tell you this,
you're right on.
It is. It's fun to think of. We've made our picks. You're going to make yours in the show today for the series. Good. We went. Bob's the only one who went sweep.
Yeah, I'm with Bob.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need to make some grand pick figure. Yeah, they're going to win and they're going to sweep them.
That was two bad teams playing last night.
Yeah,
I went 5.
I mean, this Wizards fear.
There's no fear.
Wait a minute. It's not fear to pick them in 5.
I just figured Beal's going to have one.
The Sixers have lost to inferior teams many times.
Listen, that's fine. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about...
But no, the fear thing is stupid.
There is a fear on social media. Oh, my God. We're going to play good or hot. Beal. Wait till Simmons gets a hold of one of those two. And you can rip him all you want until he shuts their ass down.
That's what you're going to get today. 4 hours of that. Positivity and just energy plus with Cuz. Thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And remember to support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partner, Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning, in making a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research today at 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR, because cancer research saves lives. We greatly appreciate you. And Monday, we will be reacting to Game 1 of the Sixers series against the Wizards and the Phillies series against the Red Sox. Hopefully you have a great weekend, and we thank you for 100 shows. We'll be back Monday on The John Kincade Show.
In on the funk, I'm out on the stank.
Celebrating 100 shows. The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Attention auto mechanics and auto body pros. Carvana is hiring in Delanco, New Jersey. Carvana, the company that invented a brand new way to buy cars, is hiring for their Delanco Auto Inspection Center located near Delran, right off of Route 130. Carvana has immediate openings for auto techs, detailers, painters, lot attendants, and other auto specialists on day and evening shifts. All jobs are direct hire, full-time, offer a competitive hourly rate, no flat rate, 100% company paid medical insurance, generous paid time off, tool reimbursement, and much more. Be a part of the Carvana revolution and apply today at joincarvana.com. Do it now while you're thinking about it. Just go to join, CARVA